Yes. Yes. What is going on, Knox Nation? Hamilton Nation. We are live. We are in the building for yet another Saturday live. Thank you guys for being on this journey. This has been a ride. Honestly, when I started this journey, I would not think that 3 whole live streams later, we would be here. I thought one stream, we're in and out. Little did I know of the detail and the depth and the bars and the production and everything else that is Hamilton, man. I've been so impressed. I've really been enjoying this. I'm not going to lie. So much so that obviously we're deep diving now. I mean, we are in this to the end to see it until the completion. The plot has crescendoed now. Man, I can't believe this, but I am honored. I am overjoyed to be doing this, to be here with you guys on yet another Saturday, checking out the genius that is Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah, this is going to be a good one, man. I want to see this conclusion. I mean, 2-3 hour live streams, and we're not done yet. We still got a slew of songs to see Act 2 to its completion. So that is exactly what we're going to do today. Wow. Hamilton is in the building. Trevor said, how many first-time reactions to one thing can there be of? There could be as many as I want, Trevor. It's my channel. I do what I want on here. You got a problem? Talk to that man over there. And he doesn't even speak English. Anyways, I'm going to drink some water. We're going to take bets again to see how many times Knox has to go to the restroom. But, you know, if you want to get grammatical, technically, this is still a first-time reaction because you can see the songs. We haven't done these yet. So I have been staying away. You were going to get my initial thoughts. I'm excited about this. I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? Listen, super quickly, I want to take a quick moment to just say that my heart goes out to the tragedy and the conflict going on in Ukraine right now. You know, I pray for the families. I pray for the kids. You know, my wife said very soberingly yesterday, you know, just imagine being a father in that situation with your 2 little girls over there, and I can't even imagine. So my heart goes out to that conflict and that tragedy, and we stand in solidarity on this channel with the people of Ukraine, and hopefully they can find a resolution to it all soon. So I want to take a quick moment for that. Let's see. We got a donation here. Mason Henderson. Hey, from Georgia. Just wanted to show my support since I've been watching ever since you started up the ERB reactions. Hope you enjoy the end of this awesome musical. P.S. Who you got for the Carabao Cup final tomorrow? I'll answer that one towards the end, homie. I'll answer that one towards the end. I don't want to speak out of turn, but listen, you know I'm a United fan. So there's certain teams I can't necessarily support, but maybe if it's a prediction, we can call some stuff. But thank you so much for the donation, man. I just want to give a shout out. You guys see the dono bar? That's for direct donations. If you super chat as well, I will shout you out. However you want to donate and support. You know I always shout you out. I say this all the time on the lives. The lives are a great way to support the channel, okay? Because most of these things that I react to, Hamilton, for example, I cannot monetize. You guys look at my numbers. Always got over 600,000 something subscribers. Man should be rolling in dough. No. Knox still works a full-time job. This is my hobby on the side. This is something I'm very passionate about. But if you guys want to support the channel directly and my goal to becoming full-time, you know, it helps. I try to juggle a lot of plates being a family man. But this is the opportunity. And I always say, look, if you have the money and you can donate, that's great. I'm going to show you love. If you don't have the money, please don't go out of pocket. Please don't go out of your way. Just being here, spending time with me, it really does go a long way and mean a lot. Just liking this video, just commenting, being a part of the conversation, being here for it. Yeah, it means a whole hell of a lot. And as you guys know, those of you super chatters, I shouted out YouTube, the YouTube overlords, all hail YouTube. They take 30% of donos. That's why we do the Sexy Chicken direct donations as well. And I got some awesome people to shout out real quick. So let me get through a couple shout outs. We'll jump into the freestyle, and then we'll jump in to the greatness that is Hamilton. Who else I got here? Hey, shout out to What? Glad to see you finishing up. Wanted to tell you, in the show movie, at the end of the room where it happens, Burr points down and is silhouetted. It's essentially the exact opposite of the pose on the Hamilton poster album. Oh, look at that, because we got Hamilton pointing up, right? And Burr, ooh, That is, man, the details to this. Hey, speaking of the play, one thing I do plan on doing for you guys, because, after we finish today, it's like, well, where do we go from here, Knox? How do we continue this journey? One, I definitely plan on doing another live reaction to the Hamilton mixtape. Because when you guys say Royce the 5'9", Black Thought, and other amazing artists are on it, you have my interest immediately. So I'm going to do another live to the Hamilton mixtape. That's definitely going to happen. Also, you requested me to go watch Hamilton and to do a review on Hamilton. So I will edit and do a review and post that here on YouTube. That's 2. 3, next month on my Patreon, what I will do as soon as we finish this, I'm going to put a camera in front of myself and I'm going to watch Hamilton for the first time. And I'll have my mic with me and I will record that all the way through. God knows how long that'll be, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is. I'm going to record that and give that to those of you Patreon members who are always here, who always support me. And also, the reason I feel like doing it on there is because, 3-hour video just to leave raw, unedited up here on YouTube, that's not going to be taken too kindly in the algo. That's going to mess some stuff up. I'd rather, record a shorter, bite-sized, but more direct review of it all for you guys on here and do that. So I'm just giving you a heads up on my plans, sort of my thought processes. As you know, we're working through Encanto as well. You guys have said Into the Heights is really dope, so we got more Lin-Manuel to check out as well. So the journey will continue. Shelly J, I was going to suggest don't drink too much water. I haven't drank any yet. I'm holding in my hands. Enjoy the rest of the show. It's so good. Thank you so much, Shelly. Jason Clash, shout out to Knox Hill from the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower. Just listening to your album. Great stuff. Hey, thank you for your service, man. I know the world is crazy right now. Thank you for protecting us, for your time, for the ultimate sacrifice that you make. Take care of us, man. Take care of yourself out there. Appreciate you, brother. PJ's Angel Hayes, love these reactions. Hey, thank you so much for the donation. You know I appreciate you guys. You guys are the winners here. What? Also, hello for Frederick, Maryland. May Cal Ripken Jr. bless you. Cal Ripken Jr., a legend, man. I still got the Cal Ripken Jr. baseball cards. Let's go. Miss L said, what's up, Knox? Enjoying your channel a lot. First time on the live chat. What's up, Miss L? Thank you so much for coming through and for showing love. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all these donos, man. Who else I got to shout out? I got a direct dono as well I got to shout out. Ariana, hey Knox, can't stay long today. Sadly, my car got totaled. Oh no, Ariana. Hoping to catch a good bit of today's live. Sending all my love and support to you. Let's go, Hamilton. Let's go. Let's go, Knox. Thank you so much. Wow. Aliana Humphreys. Can I get some fire emoji in chat for Aliana Humphreys? You are amazing. I am loving watching you get Lin-Manuel Miranda and break it down. It brings me so much joy. Thank you so much. $100 donation. Let's go, Ghost. Jump up and down. That is amazing. Fire emoji in chat for that. Oh, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for the love. Thank you so much. I got to catch up on chat. Explicit Josh, and after that, fire breakdown of family business. Hey, we got some more Crooked to check out. There's been some controversy with Crooked and Royce the 5'9". I even asked Crooked a question on Twitter today, and he responded to me. So we'll address that this week. Don't worry. Rachel Gant, just found you. I just stayed up till 2 a.m. watching all your other breakdowns. Awesome. Had no idea this was happening today. So glad I checked. Welcome. Welcome. Everybody get in. I'm letting it build. Don't worry. As you know who come in for these Hamilton lives, I let the chat build. I let you guys get in here, and then we get it rolling. We get it cranking. Juliana Bittencourt, yay, caught part 3 live. Let's go. I'm here live. I'm not going to lie. I've had a long week. Knox is really tired today, but I'm going to bring that energy. You guys keep me going. I'm going to keep going for you. Don't worry. Kyle, always good to see you. Hope that golf game is stepping up. I know it's wintertime right now, man, but you and I are going to have to take to the links one day. What's up, Knox? Got to swing by and show some love as always. As always, appreciate your hard work. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon on all levels, Kyle. You are an MVP to the nation, man. Jay Batman, what is your favorite song in Hamilton so far? I can't remember. What was the one where Lafayette rapped incredibly fast? I can't remember the name of that one. Can somebody comment in chat? I'm throwing water everywhere because I'm not drinking it. I'm not used to holding so much water. I'm throwing it on my keyboard as well. God, Knox is a mess today. Knox is a hot mess. Can somebody comment in chat real quick what it was? Guns and Ships. Guns and Ships, that one. That was amazing. To rap with that French accent and to go with that spitter speed with the wordplay and everything. Oh man, chef's kiss on that. Absolutely unbelievable. Hang on, wiping keyboard because I'm a mess. Ronald McKelly, Knox, so happy and excited to hear your thoughts on the remainder of the soundtrack. Me too. Also, Blacklist is straight fire. I learned a lot from listening to you and your thoughts about musicality and lyrics. Much love and keep up the great work. Ronald McKelly, $100 donation, more fire emoji in chat. I am going to pass out from all the love right now. You guys, let's go. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Ronald. Tracy Dale, thank you so much for the super chat. Juliana Bittencourt, oh, forgot an important part. Hi from Brazil. Hi to you in Brazil. Worldwide in the house, man. All right, chat, comment really quickly. How many pee breaks is Knox taking? How many trips to the little Knox room am I taking before we get going? I'm going to drink some water. Let's see who's the winner today. We'll do a giveaway at the end. We'll do a special giveaway as always. Who the hell just said 30? Ja'Cory Robertson has no faith in my bladder. He just said 17. Kid Amazing also said 30. Wow. Gavin525 has had the best one so far. He said 3.14. I don't know how I get a 1.4. Do I have like a little accident while I'm jumping up and down here excited? Does that count as the 0.14? God, I'm going to have to wear like man diapers next time I live stream. AJ said, I said 5 like ages back. There we go. Jason Class said 8. Wow. You guys really have no faith in me. Oh, man. Oh, man. Ariana, I'm going to say 4 pee breaks again. I'm feeling lucky with that number. Ariana got it right last time. So, Official Carp, Knocked him. Sending love, Knox. Would you consider reacting to more musicals in the future? If so, I'd love to see you break down Hadestown. Never heard of that. I'm open to it. I mean, for me, it's got to tick boxes. You know, it's got to have that lyrical content, the attention to detail. It's got to have that substance that I like to break down and talk about, and then the production has to match as well. That's what I will say about musicals. All right, let's do this. It's time to get it rolling, people. Christina, 5 for 5 P breaks. Yes, thank you for the 5. High five to you, Christina. Hi, Knox. First time live with you. Caught your last Hamilton breakdown. Hope we get through all this time. We're going to get through all. We might have to pause a lot to avoid copyright, but we'll get through it all. All right, chat. Comment some words. You get a live freestyle right now. Oh, I can't see the... Oh, I hate when I can't see the sound waves. I've been told this beat has been updated, so let's see what we got. Comment some words. Yeah. So absurd when I spit with every word. Salute me, y'all can call me the sir, like my last name is Burr. Aaron, and I'm scaring the heir apparent on him every time I do it. Cherish what you got. I'll leave y'all embarrassed. Telling me that I ain't the best. I'm at the top. My mouth got kids. That's a wordplay. I'm a good parent. Words in the playground. Every single sound. About to run and get hit with the bus like I pushed you to the Greyhound. I'm running this track. I'm in my track suit and I'm lapping you. There's no relapse. Shot goes out to Eminem. Yes, many men wish death upon me. Shot goes out to 50. But I'm back. I'm a wizard like I'm Gandalf. Lord of the Rings. When I step into the ring, come swing. With me, you can never keep up. Motherfucker so sick like I'm throwing up. Throw your hands up. When I get back on the track, I hold it down. Like I'm King George. Wear my crown. Shot goes out to Chesapeake in Old Bay season. I'm hotter in the winter. Standing naked, motherfuckers leave them freezing. Cause I got that heat, that fire that's burning and burning. I will never retire. Spit like Kanye, coming through the wire. Try to stop me, never stop and send it back home. 2-3, boy, I'm back up in my zone. Put the D on, this is prime time. Motherfucker, this my theme song. You could never keep up with my shine. My rhymes got them running around this, yes. Do me and that's a fatality. That's a tragedy like Mortal Kombat. You don't wanna battle me. Step up into the mix, back up in this shit. And I'm hot like I'm serving up grits. So smooth like butter. I'm a cool motherfucker from PG, straight from the gutter. And I found my way up through the mountaintop. Through the hill I kept climbing, kept rhyming, kept shining, kept designing these rhymes off the top of the mind every single time. Gotta catch 'em all until I fall with these bars like I'm playing Pokemon, like Ash Ketchum. I'm so hot, dog, you better catch up. Must heard of me, I bring you that murder in the 3rd degree. Murdering these beats, motherfucker, there's no courtesy. Swinging back and forth. Buster Douglas, I buster these rhymes every single time. So divine like I'm coming. hands straight up. 7-7, straight to heaven. 666, I'm a devil in the mix. Got a demon on my wrist and I flash that hot shit. Whipping in the kitchen and I'm oh so different. I'm hardcore, you don't want war. Every work that I put in, but motherfuck him. And fuck this spinning when I'm spinning on these rims. Back up in it, feeling it with Ukraine. Tragedy upon my brain, wish that war would stop soon. I send my prayers up and I got it to the moon. Hope you bring it all home soon. Every time I do my dance, shout out to France. Shackles out the cars, better stay up in your lane. When I'm driving, go hard, never stop and go far. When I look up in the mirror, that's the only opponent that I'm fearing. I fear the end is nearer. Feeling like I gotta overcome all these tragedies up in my mind. One more time, gotta do it one more time for the rhymes. Every single word that I put down into the ground till I'm 6 feet deep. I will never stop, stand on my 10 feet. Toes down in the ground, standing on this right now. Hold the crown, you can never come around. Spit it hotter than the dragon, circle all the wagons. Motherfucker, I outlast you, I am hitting hard to leave you ghostly. Y'all don't even know me, I go from coast to coast, B. Every single time that I do it, I am worldwide with these designs. I'm never stopping you dogs, motherfucker, I'm about to walk y'all bitches. Leave them with stitches, I'm in the cut, and I'm back up in this shit that you don't understand. But I stand like a man, raise my fist to the sky, and I get it so live. Do it for the pride, do it for the love. I got a little buzz, but I don't do them drugs. I do this shit because I can. I make a stand with every single word and every single beat. I am, this is just me. A lot of y'all rap, me I MC. I'm truly devoted to this poetry I spit. I put it all into the motion. You can feel the wave from it like the ocean. Staring out and looking at the sunset. There's no regrets. I keep on going. I ain't done yet. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you guys. Thank you. Shout out to Ana Belén. Via Fuerte, how can I become a Patreon? Hi from Peru. Really want to see your Hamilton reaction. Love Blacklist. Thank you so much, Anna. Somebody, one of my mods, can you link the Patreon in the description, please? I'm so glad to be able to catch a live stream. These videos are entertaining. Keep up the fantastic work. Hey, Telly Bear, thank you so much for the love. Appreciate you. Whew, I'm out of breath. I was going there towards the end, man. First time making it live, just got here from that Venom breakdown, but going crazy waiting for you to finish this. Thanks for all you do, Knox. Hey, thank you so much, Nightmare. 62089, much love to you. Hi from Argentina, says Anna Carolina. How you doing? Thank you, guys. This is what you get on lives. You get live chat interaction, you get live freestyles, and then you get live breakdowns, all in the moment. Let's go. Whoo. All right, clock is on. Clock is on and it's time to go, people. So where we last left off was one last time when Washington gave his sign off. Thomas Jefferson resigned. We know why, because he wanted to run for president. And Hamilton was put in charge of writing the farewell address. I ran out of energy at this point in time. I thought this was a good closing piece. So we continue on this journey with none other than I Know Him. Paige Dillon just said, this is a nice birthday gift, sir. Happy birthday, Paige. Please spam happy birthday in the chat right now. All right, let's go.
They say George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away.
Ah, this is King George again. Oh, this is King George, man. Let's go. I love the little King George sort of interludes.
And stepping away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed.
I love just kind of its conversational tone. I'm perplexed. I didn't know that you could step down from power being a monarch. Is that allowed? Is that real life? My man King George just went, bruh.
Is that true? I I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they going to keep on replacing whoever's in charge?
Yeah.
If so, who's next? There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as large. John Adams? I know him.
Oh, man. Again, you really got to pay attention to the different songs in this, don't you? Now we're alluding to the last time we heard from King George. You hear how the beat changes. You hear how it sets up yet again. He starts over the piano going one way. All of a sudden the tempo changes. It becomes lighthearted again. I'm waiting for him to start singing la da 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 da.
John Adams? I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it?
Shots fired at John Adams. Oh, poor John Adams. John Adams was very short. There's even a famous portrait of John Adams. And his head, the dude who made the portrait did not do his presidential portrait any justice. He's in like the bottom third of it. And you just see like just blackness all above him. You see how short the dude was. Fun fact while we're going on heights, I think George Washington was one of our tallest presidents. Abe Lincoln was pretty tall too, but George Washington stood at 6'2", people. Shout out to the 6 Feet Club in the house.
Quite as large. John Adams? I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was...
My man has the troll game again. Oh man, I love King George. It's a nice breakup in the middle of a play, isn't it? You can easily see why I'm sure King George is like a favorite character for a lot of people when he comes on, because he just has that sort of comic relief. And our boy John Adams, who was our second U.S. president, spent time as an ambassador to Europe, and yes, he did meet King George before.
I know him. That can't be. That's that.
I love this little string plucking. Dun, 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 dun. Again, it's so lighthearted, but we know that the sarcasm is dripping from our boy George right now.
Little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it? 85. That poor man, they're going to eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall.
Hey, repeated the lines. Oceans rise and empires fall. Oh, I love the details throughout this. The little Easter eggs, man.
Alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. Next to Washington, they all look small, all alone.
Well, they do literally look small because Washington was a tall mofo.
To Washington, they all look small, all alone. Watch them run. They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. Da, da,
Ah, yeah.
da, 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 da. President.
What was that maniacal laugh right? The maniacal laugh. Sounded like the Joker for a second. And I knew, man, we had to get the la-da-da, didn't we? Oh, God, this is... Oh, man, I love this. I need like a King George meme. Somebody's got to go on socials and share a good King George meme with me. Nice wordplay, though, on double. Watch them run. Like run and scamper in conflict. But also like literally run for president. They're going to tear each other apart, the new country.
President John Adams. Good luck.
That was the most sarcastic good luck I have ever heard. Oh, man. Instead of just like announcing Adams winning as president, I love how Hamilton's, let's have it's like a Sports Center live looking, isn't it? All of a sudden we switch to the broadcasters in the booth. In that case, that broadcaster wears incredibly high socks, is a pompous man who wears a wig, and calls himself a king. It's none other than King George. Well, here live right now in America, it looks like a shit show, Bob. They're going at each other's throats. We have no idea who the hell is going to take control of this young country. Somebody, somewhere, fucked up. But it's all good. welcome to life.
Adams, good luck.
Oh, man. Little did he know, though. Little did he know. We're still here. We're still standing. Proverbial, though, as well, wasn't it? I got to take King George to Vegas with me because he did predict we'd be at conflict. And, you know, it took a little bit longer than expected, but we did have a civil war and fight amongst ourselves in the end, didn't we? Took that to a whole nother level. Leah Stark, thank you so much for the $1 donation. Long live the North. Miss Stark, really appreciate you. I forgot my line. This morning, I thought to myself, I could use a Knox Hill Hamilton stream to watch this evening. So happy it happened. Here you go. I forgot my line. I've already tripped over some words. We could tell Knox has tired brain, so we'll see how well I can articulate myself today. What? Fun fact, you don't see or hear directly from Adams as a reference to how little time he spent in the Capitol. Ooh, I did not know that. That is really cool double and hidden meanings right there. Kiara, missing this, stuck on the clock. Hey, work grind comes first as always, but super hype you're finishing this. Been watching since the first one and you're awesome. Sorry I'm missing this live. Don't worry, it will go up afterwards. I just got to make sure I pause enough so we don't get that copyright notice, but I think we'll be all right. Luis Boa, I'm happy I can support your career. I'm Puerto Rican, Boricua. Stand up in the building, baby. Proud of Lin-Manuel. Love your reactions and your career. How can I help with this? Hope I can help with this to your future. Hey, thank you so much, Boricua. I appreciate you. I love Puerto Rico, man. I spent a few trips down there. Bayamon, Rincon. I've been around, man. I love Puerto Rican culture, the food, the reggaeton. Let's go. The playas. Official Carpe knocked him. On the Hamilton mistake, Watsky does a song called An Open Letter, which is essentially a John Adams diss track from Hamilton's perspective. Ooh. Oh, you know we're here for that. Watsky's on the mixtape too? Oh, man. We're so doing a live to the mixtape. Suicidal Spade, thank you so much for the super chat. Michael Jenkins, there are some fan fave deleted songs that are great. Thank you, Michael Jenkins. We might have to go check those out. Vishu, thank you so much for the super chat. GGG, FRG, zipping and chilling with Knox. Perfect Indio from Chicago. What's up, man? Much love in the building. Ariana said, sadly, I have to leave already. Can't watch this, but I'll check it out later once it's uploaded. Have fun today, everyone. Enjoy the end of Hamilton. I hope you guys are here enjoying the ride. I never caught you live before, but after breaking my leg, it's the second time in the row. Thanks for filling in my evenings. Hey, speedy recovery to you, man. Much love to you. Thanks for being here. What has the best super chat ever? We got headphones and ghosts in the building. All right. We got the Adams administration. Oh, here we go again with this melody. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You know how this is coming in.
How is Hamilton, the short-tempered protean creator of the coast?
Bro, this is how we started the whole damn play.
How does Hamilton, the short-tempered protean creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, ardently abuse his cabinet post, destroy his reputation?
I love how he pushes that cabinet post. It's like he's playing off a Coast Guard post. And the way that he hits that O scheme, it falls like on the percussion at first, and then he kind of pushes the rhythm of that delivery, and it just falls slightly, like falling downstairs, gradually descending with it off of that percussion, the way that he holds that line out. Very dope rhythm, man. Love this. And obviously, we're paying homage and we're alluding to how we started this song. This whole play.
Protean creator of the Coast Guard found.
And yeah, another fun fact about the boss that was Alexander Hamilton, he formed the Coast Guard. He did a lot, and he formed the New York Post, except that's just a BS tabloid after Murdoch got his hands on it, unfortunately. But back then, it was a legitimate tabloid. So the man just defended our Constitution, wrote a ton of shit, established our whole financial and banking system. I mean, he was a boss, set up the Coast Guard for us. What couldn't he do? And he actually ties in with the finances because he first set up the Coast Guard because he wanted to collect taxes on imports.
Is Hamilton, the short-tempered protean creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, ardently abuse his cabinet post, destroy his reputation? Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson's the run.
Wow, there was like a ghost in the mix. But did you hear Adams administration? Just like a demonic screwed voice. In rap, we call it screw, like when you chop and screw something. So that voice was screwed down a bunch of pitches Does it sound sort of demonic? Why is the Adams administration so bad? The Adams administration wasn't that bad for our country.
Your post ardently abuse his cabinet post, destroy his reputation. Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson's the runner-up, which makes him the vice president.
Washington can't help you now, no more Mr. Nice President.
Adams fires Hamilton, privately calls him Creole bastard in his taunts.
Say what?
Hamilton publishes his response.
Oh, Creole bastard again. Hamilton being from the Caribbean, calling him a Creole bastard, the critique of him being an immigrant. Did Adams actually do that? I know that they fell out, but it more so, the fallout more so happened after Hamilton published all his papers against Adams. It actually, no, Adams never fired Hamilton. I think we're bending the storyline a little bit here, but obviously we got to fit stuff in to make plot lines work. But no, he fired his part of his cabinet who was linked to Hamilton. So I guess it was a slap in the face of Hamilton. But no, Adams actually never fired Hamilton in real historical context.
You now no more Mr. Nice President.
Adams fires Hamilton, privately calls him Creole bastard in his taunts.
Say what?
Hamilton.
Wow, that's kind of mean, isn't it? Bastard. Are you okay with that? I know you got virgin ears over there.
Hamilton privately calls him Creole bastard in his taunts.
Say what?
Hamilton publishes his response. Sit down, John, you fat mother. Hamilton's out of control.
Oh, no, no, no. Alexander, you need to wash your mouth out with soap, good sir. F in chat for ghosts. Wow. I was like, bastard. I mean, technically, if we're using the other meaning for bastard, Hamilton was a bastard born out of wedlock. But no, you fat mother. Yeah. I mean, it got bleeped out. But hang on, I want to hear the way he delivers that one more time.
Down, John, you fat mother.
You fat. Remember when we did, the 10 dual commandments made me think of the 10 crack commandments. Manuel has been paying a lot of homage to hip hop. Makes me think of a very famous Tupac diss to Biggie, where he trolls him and calls him a fat mother. You know what I'm saying? We know what I'm saying here. Somebody name that song in the comment section.
Sit down, John, you fat mother. Hamilton's out of control.
Oh, I love how it sounds like an explosion, like he's dropping the F-bomb, get it? But also he's like dropping a bomb on the Adams presidency. Nice.
Down, John, you fat mother. Hamilton's out of control.
This is great. He's out of power, he holds no office, and he just destroyed President John Adams, the only other significant member of his party.
Hamilton is a host unto himself. As long as he can hold a pen, he's a threat.
Ooh.
Let's let him know what we know.
What do you know, guys? What do you know, bro? Don't just dangle that carrot in front of us. I mean, again, we talk about how, for me, what I really love, and the genius of this, is how you take something that happened in history when rap didn't exist at all and hip-hop didn't exist. And yet the way that the story sets up and what's focused on as we tell Hamilton's plot and the story of this is it sets up perfectly for rap and hip-hop. And what is a theme that was even touched on there? Like, Hamilton's never out of the fight as long as he has his pen. A rapper is never out of the fight as long as he has his pen game. Literally, the art and the power of the pen and the dedication to the writing and the legacy that you leave through the things that you write with the pen. Man, I love the parallels and correlations with that. So, obviously, the system that we're going to do is we're going to react to the song, and then I'll shout out donos as we go along after each song so we can kind of keep things moving as well. Lynn Concepcion, you need to hear congratulations. It was cut, but it's a perspective of Angelica to Hamilton. Definitely worth a listen. Well, where does that fall into this? And I'm just worried about stepping out of how we have things set up and searching it again. Okay. What else we got? Kiara. Okay, took a break so that I could listen to this. Didn't fire Hamilton, but he didn't call him Creole Bastard into print. Also, after this, you need to stop and listen to the extended version of the Adams administration. What's going on with the extended version of the Adams administration? What am I missing here, people? Come on now. Thank you so much for the $50 donation, Kiara. Zach Vaughn, I just caught up with the series, and here you are. Been a great series, man. Enjoying it. Hey, you guys are the real R-stars who have watched this whole series all the way through. I appreciate you. Who else have I missed real quick? The Sit Down, John, You Fat is a reference to the musical 1776 starring Adams, the first song of which features the other members of Congress saying, "Sit down, John," repeatedly. Really? Oh, so he's also has, well, definitely the Sit Down has the homage to Tupac and Hit 'Em Up, but that's really cool that that connection has been made as well. That just goes to show the genius and the level of detail that Miranda is just willing to go. That's so dope, man. That's really cool. Antra S, sorry, Knox got to work today. Hey, good luck to you at work, brother. Can't stay long. Love the vibe. Last time, all love. All love to you, man. Wow. Thank you, guys. All right, I think I shouted out everyone there. Let me just make sure we're good on this, then I'll check the chat. Francis Lau, LOL, I knew you were going to put those on, Ghost. Thank you for the $50 donation, brother. Longtime Patreon supporter of mine. Much love to you. Heart in chat, please, for Francis and for all the donations. Alta Mimi, love your channel, man. My wife laughs at me because I like watching reactions, but she just doesn't understand. Not everyone understands. I don't think my wife understands, but she watches my girl so I can react and do this. She is a great supporter of me. I'm just kidding. So glad I can join this time. I love you, Knox, Max, Allen. Hey, much love to you, Max. Thank you so much, man. Ace Overton, I'm glad you're listening to the end, but I can't wait for you to hear the Hamilton mixtape and the Hamill drops like first burn. You will love it. Oh, you know I'm excited. You know I'm excited, man. That's going to be so dope. All right, I think I've shouted everyone out now. And let's see what chat says. Watsky, you're missing Watsky. I'm never going to miss Watsky. Zach Fawn. Yeah, shout out you guys. All right, let's see what you guys have said. The extended version of Adams' administration has a Hamilton discuss complete. Adams' full version is performed by Watsky on the mixtape. Oh, that's on the mixtape? Is that on the mixtape? Right. If that's on the mixtape, then hang fire on that. We're going to do that when we do the mixtape reaction because we're 1,000,000% going to do the mixtape as well and do that live. So if that fits in with the mixtape, I don't want to ruin that. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave that. I'm making that executive decision. Don't kill me in chat. Isaac Kev videos. Much love from the Philippines here. Let's go catch some bars. Sheesh, you know that's what we're here for. All right, this is We Know. Let's find out what they know. Come on.
Mr. Vice President. Mr. Madison.
Oh, this is menacing.
Senator Burr.
Listen how the keys and the strings behind it, very menacing. Darker tone here.
Mr. Madison. Senator Burr. What is this?
We have the check stubs from separate accounts.
Almost $1,000 paid in different amounts to a Mr. James Reynolds way back in 1791.
Oh.
Is that what you have? Are you done?
You are uniquely situated by virtue of your position
Though virtue is not a word I'd apply to this situation.
to seek financial gain, to stray from your sacred mission.
And the evidence suggests you engaged in speculation.
An immigrant embezzling.
Oh, the evidence is you engage in speculation. Now, I don't know if they were all together when they confronted Hamilton on this. I don't know this historical reference to exactly how this came about. But as we talked about before, Hamilton definitely was catching wind of these accusations and decided to fall on his own sword when he published his Reynolds Papers response and his epic response to it all, the Reynolds pamphlet. But the critique that Jefferson had, and Jefferson actually never let this go. Even after Hamilton died, Jefferson still wanted to sort of stain his legacy and go after him and still had people searching and trying to find evidence that, he was corrupt and that he was misusing Treasury funds. But they ended up finding no evidence in the end. And Jefferson was very disappointed. But this is an issue that he actually never let go. He was a betting motherfucker. But it is funny talking about speculation is how the tides have changed. The amount of insider trading and speculation that goes on nowadays without full repercussions on politicians is staggering, astounding, and unbelievable. And maybe we'll get more into that another day.
Though virtue is not a word I'd apply to this situation.
To seek financial gain, stray from your sacred mission.
And the evidence suggests you engaged in speculation.
An immigrant embezzling our government funds.
I can almost see the
An immigrant embezzling our government. That almost sounded a little bit reggae right there. Had a little bit of a Caribbean vibe. Maybe because since we're talking about immigrant, Hamilton being originally from the Caribbean. Ooh.
engaged in speculation.
An immigrant embezzling our government funds.
Yeah.
I can almost see the headline, your career is done.
I hope you save some money for your daughter and sons.
You best go and run back where you come from.
Yeah, best go and run. Yeah, definitely got that vibe and that flavor to it. I like that, man. That's
Some
cool.
money for your daughter and sons.
You best go and run back where you come from.
Ha! You don't even know what you're asking me to confess.
Confess.
You have nothing, I don't have to tell you anything at all. Unless if I can prove that I never broke the law, do you promise not to tell another soul what you saw?
Oh man, I love the drum sliding back and forth on the mix right now. I love how for every sort of character and kind of moment behind these conversations and these parts that are being sung, like there's just changes to tempo, there's changes to production just to reflect the different moods and vibes. If you notice here, more higher pitched strings, whereas before we had more of the sort of minor key strings that are more darker and foreboding as they accuse Hamilton, and then once Hamilton responds, it's more higher pitched. There's a little bit of sort of light and hope behind it. But also, Hamilton, the troll game is strong right now. The first word that he comes out of all these accusations and responses is laughing back at them. Oh, he's very incredulous right now.
Can almost see the headline, your career is done.
I hope you save some money for your daughter and sons.
You best go and run back where you come from.
Ha! You don't even know what you're asking me to confess.
Confess.
You have nothing, I don't have to tell you anything at all. Unless if I can.
Listen right there how the production totally kicks out. He goes, unless. And as he's thinking, it kind of encourages us to take a moment to think as well, because that's sort of a breathing point in the middle of the track since everything just cuts out for a moment.
I don't have to tell you anything at all. Unless if I can prove that I never broke the law, do you promise not to tell another soul what you saw?
No one else was in the room where it happened.
Is that a yes?
The room where it happens, paying homage to that song again. Oh, I love all the connections, man. I'm sure there's Easter eggs that I missed throughout this because I didn't react to this all at once. So I have to reach back, 2 weeks ago to try to connect some of these.
You saw.
No one else was in the room where it happened.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Back
Dear
to the
sir,
menacing.
I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on their luck. You see, that was my wife who you decided to.
She courted me, escorted me to bed, and when she had me in a corner, that's when
We all know the word that was implied there. That rhymes with luck.
she courted me, escorted me to bed, and when she had me in a corner, that's when Reynolds extorted me for assorted fee. I paid him quarterly. I made
Ooh, extorted me quarterly. I love just this condensed multi-syllable rhyme scheme right here. This is smooth.
My wife who you decided to.
She courted me, escorted me to bed, and when she had me in a corner, that's when
Escorted me when she had me in a corner. Quarterly. Nice bends on those core sounds.
she courted me, escorted me to bed, and when she had me in a corner, that's when Reynolds extorted me for assorted fee. I paid him quarterly. I may have mortally wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly. As you can see,
Golf clap on those rhyme schemes. I love that.
orderly. I may have mortally wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly.
Nice.
As you can see, I
May have mortally wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly. Again, I love when you just take the rhymes and you dot them at the beginning of the sentence, in the middle of the bar, at the end of the bar. Really love those condensed, choppy schemes right there, man. Great writing.
orderly. I may have mortally wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly. As you can see, I kept a record of every check in my checkered history. Check it again against your
I kept a record of every check in my checkered history. Another very rap sort of thing to do. Take an original word, sound, and meaning, and then kind of use that sound and apply it to a similar word that has a different meaning. So check to checkered, having a checkered past. Love the wordplay on that.
As you can see, I kept a record of every check in my checkered history. Check it again against your list and see.
Oh, wow. And then playing off a check, another meaning of check, right? Like paying a check, but also go and check it. Have a review of it. That's great.
You can see I kept a record of every check in my checkered history. Check it again against your list and see consistency. I never spent a cent that wasn't mine. You sent the dogs after my scent, that's fine.
Oh, I never spent a cent. C-E-N-T. You sent, S-E-N-T, the dogs after my scent, S-C-E-N-T. Oh, love it.
I never spent a cent that wasn't mine. You sent the dogs after my scent, that's fine. Yes,
Then that wasn't mine. So he played off of the N to N, ein. N, N, ein. So nice A-B scheme and rhymes right there. Oh, man, this is the best.
A cent that wasn't mine. You sent the dogs after my scent, that's fine.
Yes.
Yes, I have reason for shame, but I have not committed treason and sullied my good name. As you can
Reason for shame. Treason. Good name. Oh, yeah.
I have reason for shame, but I have not committed treason and sullied my good name. As you can see, I have done nothing to provoke legal action. Are my answers to your satisfaction?
Ooh, the way that he says that line right there, my answers to your satisfaction. He just like spits out it vehemently, like, what you got now, bro? Come at me. Come at me, bro. Come on now. And that is true. That is, 1,000% true to this day. No records have shown that he engaged in something financially corrupt. He was blackmailed, and he did give in to the blackmail, but he paid Reynolds out of his own pocket, and he was smart enough to track all of that. And he came with receipts, bro. None of this he said, she said. No, he came with the receipts. He published the DMs. He was like, I'm not having any of this. I'm putting it all out there for the public eye.
To provoke legal action. Are my answers to your satisfaction?
My God.
Ooh, listen how we have the menacing bit, but then there's another string change on top of that. So you have the dun 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 dun, but on top of that, there's some lighter strings being played. So now you're kind of combining sort of the light with the dark on the same level of the beat right now. So another tonal change within this beat. Wow, this is one of the top ones for me. This might be top 5.
Name. As you can see, I have done nothing to provoke legal action. Are my answers to your satisfaction?
My God.
That's really cool. The two different sounds stacked on top of each other, like light meets dark right there.
So?
The people won't know what we know.
Burr, how do I know you won't use this against me the next time we go toe-to-toe?
Alexander, rumors only grow. And we both know what we know.
Ooh, hang on.
People won't know what we know.
Burr,
Right.
how do I...
The people won't know what we know. So that was Jefferson and Madison. And there was a different meaning for what we know right there. And they implied, that's fine, we'll keep our mouth shut. Versus Burr.
know you won't use this against me the next time we go toe-to-toe?
Alexander, rumors only grow. And we both know what we know.
We both know what we know. That has a totally different undertone to that. That is a not so subtle threat from Burr. Like, rumors grow, bro. Can't help it if it happens, but, I'll throw you under that bus. I'll wait for that Greyhound and just... Hey, on to Hurricane. That was cool, man. That was a really cool one. Very nice rhyme schemes and emceeing. And also, not just the rhyme schemes, but the word flips as well. The check, the checkered, the scent, just the different plays on different words, man. The emceeing from Lin-Manuel. Chef's kiss from a fellow rapper over here, man. Lin Concepcion, congratulations, would go after the Reynolds pamphlet and before burn. What is congratulations? Oh, it's coming down there, huh? Right, okay. All right. Well, can we fact check that, please, chat? Thank you so much for letting me know. So that means I got to do congratulations next. Is that a part of the play? Because that doesn't look like it's on the You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have the normal Hamilton logo behind it. So I need to know before we get to the Reynolds pamphlet. Nini4110, I love that your knowledge and skills, you were able to connect the music and the history. Your point of view is unique but also fun. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you, Nini. Really appreciate the super chat and the love. Thanks for coming through. Regina D has said, stand with Ukraine. Absolutely. Stop the war. Stand with Ukraine. I support that 1,000,000%. Thank you so much for the super chat. Samuel Abrahamson. Hey, I love your videos, so keep up the good work. Also, I'm getting ready to march in a Mardi Gras parade, so wish me luck. You watching me before you go in the middle of a Mardi Gras parade? Let's go, man. That's dedication right there. Go enjoy yourself. Enjoy it, man. Have a good night. Michael Jenkins, First Burn, congratulations, and Let It Go are the fan fave deleted songs besides Adams' Administration. All right, we'll have a conversation at the end of this about some of these fan favorite deleted songs. And I don't know, that seems like more content to do, doesn't it? To check out some of the deleted ones. But let's get through this play, people. Let's get through this play. That's for sure. Let's see, have I shouted everyone out now? Ace Overton, hey, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Much love to you. Much love. All right, I think we're there. Let's see what people are saying now. Where is it? React to it after the show. Cut from the show. There's also a cut version of Burn, too. Everybody like the video so this video gets recommended. Yes, please. Do like this video. Come on, chat. Where did it go? Have I been talking too much and I missed the chats because it's flying so fast? Yes, congratulations goes between the Reynolds pamphlet and Burn. Would love to see you react to some of Dessa's music. Hey, thank you so much, What? My mods are keeping an eye on all recommendations, so they'll put that on the list for me to check out. How often are your streams? Or every Saturday, bro? Congratulations isn't even that long. Finish this playlist, though. It's cut out from the official soundtrack along with a few other songs because they had to shave off time. Right. It's cut, but it's on the mixtape. So if it's on the mixtape, we know we're going to do it. So if it's cut, we're going to skip congratulations. Because we need to get through this play today, people. Right? We're like driving down the road right now and we see like world's tallest pile of hot dogs. And everybody wants to pull off and go have some hot dogs, which I love hot dogs too, all right? I mean, who doesn't at the end of the day? We're hot dogging this every time we do it. We just improvise and wing it, but we got to stay on this road. I want to get across the destination. And then if anybody in the car wants to turn around and go back and check out some of the other stuff, we can do that. How's that sound? Does that sound like a deal? I really do appreciate the recommendations. I appreciate you guys letting me know all this stuff because, again, I had no idea that there were deleted songs from this. That's just more stuff. I definitely want to react to it. We'll do it. You have that guarantee. Let's see how I feel at the end of this. Maybe we'll go back and check some of this out. Ace Overton, congratulations, is on the Hamilton mixtape. Just stick with the playlist and you are good. Thank you, Ace. That's what we'll do, Ace. That's what we'll do, my brother. Thank you so much for the super chat and for letting me know, brother. All right. So next up, we got Hurricane. Whoa. No. Go away. That was weird. Right, okay. Hurricane coming through. Oh, you know I love my piano ballads.
In the eye of a hurricane there is quiet.
Ooh.
For just
I gotta stop it right away. In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet. What a poetic line, man. Love lines like that. The natural beauty, yet raw chaos and destruction of a hurricane. And right now, let's look at Hamilton's life. It's falling apart into chaos, isn't it? His affair has been discovered. You know, his marriage could be in shambles. And it seems like chaos is swirling all around him like a hurricane. And he sits in the middle of it, in the eye of the storm.
In the eye of a hurricane there is quiet. For just a moment, a yellow sky. When I was 17, a hurricane destroyed my town. I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die.
Wow. I didn't even remember that. What a... This guy is just... He is incredible with the pen game, man. And I'm not talking about Hamilton. Hamilton was incredible with the pen game. But Lin, wow, to connect Hurricane to Alexander's current predicament, but also a historical event that happened in his life. A hurricane hitting his island and coming through. Wow, that's awesome.
I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die. I wrote my way out.
Wow, hang on. There's a triple to this. Sorry, I don't mean to pause, but I got to shout this out. DMC said, really love the play of this because the whole set and everyone actually swirls around him like a hurricane. So we have a triple. You got two meanings on hurricane being sung, and then you have a triple in terms of the visuals spinning around it. That is really dope.
Destroyed my town. I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die. I wrote my way out. Wrote everything down far as I could see.
Wow.
I wrote my way out. I looked up and the town had its eyes on me. We passed a plate around.
I love that. And listen to the harp. And as it just bounces from one side to the other, the beautiful strings of the harp. And I love that sentiment. I wrote my way out. And we just talked about this correlation between rap and Hamilton's struggle and rise up. And this is what rappers do. They write their way out of their circumstances, out of their conditions, out of the inner cities that they're in. It's their pen that gets them out of it. Much like Hamilton overcame his situation and literally through the strength of his pen and his mind and his intellect, he wrote his way out. Oh, I love that.
Eyes on me. We passed a plate around. Total strangers, moved to kindness by my story. Raised enough for me to book passage on a ship that was New York bound. I wrote my way out of hell. I wrote my way to revolution. I was louder than the crack in the bell. I wrote Eliza.
I was louder than the crack in the bell, the crack in the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia. Come on, man. We got historical bars in this bitch.
Hell, I wrote my way to revolution. I was louder than the crack in the bell. I wrote Eliza love letters until she fell. I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well.
Yes, you did, good sir. The Federalist Papers, man, just genius works by Alexander Hamilton defending our Constitution and staying up to this day.
Love letters until she fell. I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well. And in the face of ignorance and resistance, I wrote financial systems into existence. And when my prayers to God were met with indifference.
Talk your talk right now, Hamilton. Talk it.
Financial systems into existence. And when my prayers to God were met with indifference, I picked up a pen. I wrote my own deliverance. In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet for just a moment.
Wow.
A yellow sky. I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. We were sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die.
I mean, think about the man's life, man. You know, no father. Mother dies when he's 12. He watches her on her deathbed as she's sick. He's sick too. There's nothing that he can do, feeling helpless. I mean, this man is literally the embodiment of what people consider the American dream and the come up story, and then coming to the mainland and grinding his way and never stopping and being just a relentless force who had a huge effect on our nation and its birth and its rise and its development. And what's really cool, I almost knocked my water over, is I love when he's talking about the different things that he wrote his way out of and what he put the pen to. All the different situations in life. You hear how the drums and everything just rises. Kind of like that hurricane spinning. And then it all kicks out and it drops down when he starts singing about the eye of the storm and the calm. It's like we're in that hurricane as he's rapping and he's doing his verse. And then when he comes back to kind of this chorus, it all drops out. And we go back to the eye of the storm. And the sound production and what's thought about with the sound reflects those different changes, which is really cool. The rise and then the settle. The rise, the spin of the hurricane, the rapping fast, the pen game, and then settling back down to the more beautiful whispered cadence and singing. Love the symmetry between the production and what's happening with the lyricism.
Mother died, she was holding me. We were sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I'll write my way out.
Wait for it again. More homage being paid to past songs.
Write everything down far as I can see. I'll write my way out. Overwhelm them with honesty. This is the eye of the hurricane. This is the only way I can protect my legacy. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait. The Reynolds pamphlet.
Wait for it. That one last rise. This is the eye of the hurricane. This is how I protect my legacy. I mean, wow. What a way to put that, though. Protect his legacy by literally committing career suicide, in a sense. Because he never fully recovered from the Reynolds pamphlet. And just that moment, man, we're inside his head. I think that's what's really cool about that song Hurricane is the beauty and the emotion to it. And we really kind of reconnect with Hamilton. Because if you think about it, like the way that he responded to Jefferson and them, he was like, yeah, so what? Like, bring it on. Like, we talked about it too earlier with him and Burr, and how within Act 2, there's been kind of a tonal change with Hamilton. And we've kind of seen a darker side, a man who's cockier, self-assured, yes, but definitely showing more of his flaws and more of his human side. And we see some of the human side of Burr too, and we're kind of like the pendulum swinging, isn't it? Like we're kind of swinging back towards Burr now, and we're starting to appreciate him and who he is, and considering Hamilton just like too brash, man, too bold, too out there sometimes, and not fully thinking things through and thinking about repercussions of stuff. And then we see him through his affair. We see that he is very flawed as a human in some of his choices, right? And cheating on his wife and his marriage and all of that. So, you know, we don't have the best of views of Hamilton now. And then you have a song like this. And this is what's great about the good stories, you know, and the good narrations, is that, you know, we're all human. And I love a good story that doesn't just paint the light of someone. It paints the shadows as well. It paints the contrast, because that's how you build a full picture. That's how you really get to appreciate someone. And right here with this song, we're put back into his mind. We're put back into his world. And you start to connect with Hamilton once more. And you start to see the light. And you see where, you know, he's just trying to find a way through it all. Trying to find his way through the eye of the storm. All right, let's shout out some people real quick. Yeah, I'm sorry that it's laggy. I don't know why, but hopefully as long as the audio's working, we're good on that level. I'm working on it, guys. Interest working, but have to keep up my Hamilton journey. Hi to Ghost. Have many P breaks already, Knox? No, I've had none. You just put that in my head, haven't you? Shame on you. Zach Vaughn. If you want to keep on the Broadway train later, I got a recommendation in Hadestown, a cool folk jazzy version of the Tale of Orpheus. Simultaneously Hades and Persephone's story. Either way, do your thing. Love in-depth discussion on first listen. Hey, thank you so much, Zach. That's the second recommendation now we've had for that. Really appreciate the super chat, man. We'll definitely have to look into it. Tyler Opal, it's my birthday, so I'm spending time with my family. Sorry I can't be here for the whole live. Hey, man, happy birthday. Happy birthday spams in chat for Tyler, please. Kiara, yet again, the cut stage songs are not all on the mixtape. Some of them are, but not all of them. They've been remixed, obviously. I'll have to do some research then. You guys will have to send some messages or message the mods and just help me try to connect it if we do like a reaction to all the cut songs and deleted songs or something like that. Maybe somebody has put them together on a playlist somewhere. That would be very dope and helpful, wouldn't it? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, Ghost says what's up, man. Ghost says what's up. I'm going to pull the headphones off of Ghost now. I think we're okay. The part where Hamilton was rapping had a violin section that refers to that in the Battle of Yorktown, representing two battles that he went through, one physically, the other mentally. I love that, man. I love the duality. There's so much layers to this, isn't there? Vanessa Los Angeles, hey, Knox, just here showing you love and support. As always, and love seeing other reactors. Praise, I need help. Hey, thank you. By the way, my B-Day is tomorrow. We got a lot of B-Days in the building today. I'm glad I can be here live to celebrate some B-Days with you people. Happy birthday to you, Vanessa. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Let's go take the headphones off of Ghost. Let's keep it rolling. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Isn't it funny how the mind and subconscious works? I see Ronald McKelly, which for every reason makes me think of Ronald McDonald. And as I walk off, I'm going, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. What is wrong with my brain? Kiara, there's a YouTube video that has all the cut stage songs. There we are. Kiara, you are an all-star today on the donations and the information. Thank you so much. Also, you too, Ronald. Let's go. All right, this is the Reynolds pamphlet, people. Coming through.
The Reynolds pamphlet.
Oh, this is very menacing now.
You read this? Alexander Hamilton had a torrent affair, and he wrote it down right there. Highlights.
The charge against me is a connection.
I love that yell in the kind of the back of the mix. That would be the ad-libs if this was just a soundtrack. Highlights! Sounds like an Eminem thing.
And he wrote it down right there. Highlights.
The charge against me is a connection with one James Reynolds. For purposes of improper speculation, my real crime is an amorous connection with his wife for a considerable time with his knowing consent. I had frequent meetings with her, most of them in my own house.
I had frequent meetings with her.
With her, most of them in my own house.
At his own house.
At his own house.
Damn. Mrs. Hamilton, with our children being absent on a visit to her father.
No. Have you read this?
She never gonna be president now.
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 What? We got like a... What is the synth doing? We get a little bit like sort of futuristic, a little bit techno-y on this right here.
Never gonna be president now.
I love all the different, what's really cool, and you can do this, you know, when you have a play, is you can get really this crowd engagement. And what was really cool was just adding to the dialogue these punchy moments of crowd engagement where you're like, damn, and then there's like a boo, and just the way that that stuff hits, again, it adds sort of that hip-hop flavor to it because it feels like we're in a battle, doesn't it? And you get in the crowd chants and the interaction while we're performing live and the MCs are kind of going back and forth. It just puts you right there directly in that moment in time.
Time with his knowing consent. I had frequent meetings with her.
Yeah, and I was going to say this too, but Chad has pointed out as well. But what's really cool about this is, amorous relationship, just the way that this is worded. He is quoting from the actual pamphlet in Hamilton's words. And he's done this before with some of the other tracks as well, where he's taken actual words and actual letters from Hamilton, from some of the other characters, and he's worked it into the lyricism of the song.
Time with his knowing consent. I had frequent meetings with her, most of them in my own house.
At his own house.
At his own house.
Damn. Mrs. Hamilton with
Well, at his own house, damn. And again, you have that screwed voice at the back of the mix.
children being absent on a visit to her father.
No. Have you read this?
She never gonna be president now.
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 That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
I came as soon as I heard.
Angelica.
All the way from London.
Ah, Angelica, here we go again. Homage being paid as we continue. And listen, this is true. I mean, some people will falsely say Hamilton never became president or was able to because he was an immigrant. No, at this time we were, the majority of us was essentially immigrants, weren't we? There wasn't rules or laws into the young nation that said that Hamilton couldn't run. Hamilton could have run for president. He could have. And before all this went down, he probably would have won. But after this, I mean, he really did commit career suicide in a sense. And in his world, this was his only way to protect his reputation by blowing up his reputation, which ironically really did affect his reputation in the end. It's a twisted one.
That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
I came as soon as I heard.
Angelica.
All the way from London. Damn.
Angelica, thank God, someone who understands what I'm struggling here to do.
I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind.
Oh, like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting and as kind. Again, just the reflections from past tracks, past lyrics being sung, but having a different application now in a different context. Very great writing.
Like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as choose her happiness over mine every time.
How good of a singer is the actress who plays Angelica, man? I love her
In this
voice.
life, I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Put what we had aside. I'm standing at her side. You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied.
Let's go. I love that. And again, I just talked about it. The flipping of meanings. You know, I'm never satisfied. You can never be satisfied. And then we finally have a flip on that. Instead of never being satisfied, I hope you're satisfied now with what you've done. Because before, the theme was the connection of their minds, how they were always aspiring for something greater and thinking about the legacies they would leave on their names and on the world, and never being satisfied with the status quo. But now it's flipped to I hope you're satisfied with what you've done and what you've ultimately done to your own legacy, but what you've done to my sister and what you've done to our family.
You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied.
Never gonna be president now. 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 One less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
Yeah, and listen, hang on.
You're satisfied.
Wait.
Is kind. I love my sister more than
That is the production is the same that we heard on Satisfied. What's really cool is that he'll take those elements from that production from the past, not just the lyricism, and then he'll put it into these sort of remixes and new songs, because then you still have elements of the current song, like that synth comes in a second here, and then some of the percussive changes, but he just grabs elements from the past to kind of trigger our memories as well.
everything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Put what we had aside. I'm standing at her side. You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied.
Never gonna be president now. 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 One less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about.
Whoa! Oh no! Now she's singing it too. Oh, that hurts.
That's one less thing to worry about. Have you read this? You ever see somebody ruin their own life?
Wow, that's really cool. You ever seen somebody ruin their own life? And what that was you had two different voices. So you had this at the front, and the timing, it was the exact same line. You ever see somebody ruin their own life? But if the U's here, this other U timing was placed just after it. And then ever, and then ever. C, and then C. The way that it was placed, it was just slightly behind in timing. And what that made it do was, it sounded like really weird, echoey, like a ghost in the mix. And they put that reflection off to the side. So one voice sat here, and then the other voice sat off to the side of the mix, and just do. That was really wild. I love that mixing technique.
You ever see somebody ruin their own life?
Wow, that's cool.
His poor wife.
His poor wife. You ever seen somebody ruin his own life? Well, yeah, we know. Again, but you know what's funny about the Reynolds pamphlet is, people say that the Reynolds pamphlet is the reason why he wouldn't ultimately be president. No, it was his choices in the affair. And, he got blackmailed. And it's not like once he was confronted about the affair by, the Reynolds family, by John Reynolds, like he stopped. He kept it going. Like the affair kept going on, and he kept making payments. I mean, it was blackmail prostitution in a sense. And pretty twisted, man. He didn't stop. He kept going. So he kept paying it. He was obviously enjoying the bed creaking. Something was going on there. But, those actions are ultimately what led to his demise as a politician. Again, isn't it funny how things change? The speculation, which, as we know, a lot of speculation happens today without repercussions. Sexual affair. Any presidents come to mind? I did not have sex with that woman. You know what I'm saying. It's all relative to time. But the truth was going to come out. So Hamilton ultimately didn't blow himself up because in his world, And, you know, this is sort of a rap battle thing to do as well. Like we saw Eminem do it in 8 Mile. You know, take the critique against you that you know your enemies have and take their ammunition away from them. And that way you get to spin the story. And that way you get to tell your side. And that's kind of what he did. He didn't want to give them control of the narrative. He wanted to take back control of that narrative and tell his side of the story. And that's exactly what he did with the Reynolds pamphlet. So, you know, it was coming out. His career was over at that point. Anyways, it was all going to come out. There was nothing he was going to do. Either his enemies were going to publish and run with it, or he was going to be in charge of the narrative. So he took back control and decided to be in charge of the narrative, but there was no way to win this one for him. Let's shout out some people real quick. Ed Brown, Hamilton is a game changer. Lin-Manuel is a genius. My whole family, including my 2 daughters, 9 and 4, love Hamilton. Keep up the great work and keep putting out amazing content. Thank you so much, Ed. Appreciate it. Man, I got a headache today. This is a hard one, but I really appreciate all the support, guys. I still am loving this and enjoying it. We'll get through it. It's Quiffer. Hey, handsome. Just got done listening to Eminem. Would be cool to see you break down everything from Stan to When I'm Gone. A lot of people don't know. My man, I have broken down Stan. I've also done When I'm Gone. If you just YouTube search it, just search like Knox Hill When I'm Gone. I've done those. But yeah, don't worry. Eminem, every Thursday on the channel. You know what it is. Erica Perez. David Diggs, who plays Lafayette and Jefferson, is a phenomenal rapper. Yeah, we know he is. He's in an experimental industrial rap group, Clipping. Reaction or not, you need their song Blood of the Fang in your life. It's a masterpiece. Do you guys want to see a reaction to that at some point in time? I'm more than happy to continue whatever spirals and spins off of this Hamilton train. Precious Walker, thank you so much for the super chat. Michael Jenkins, I could send a link with all cut songs later. Yes, please, Michael. Yes, please. Thank you so much. All right, those of you who have guessed, you win. I have to take a quick restroom break. I cannot play the music because then we will definitely get that copyright slam on us. So I'll be super quick. You guys know I'm quick with these. Ghost will take over. Ghost has got it. You got me? It's always amazing when you leave and you come back and you have more viewers than when you were stood here talking. Ghost is an OG, man. Listen, I think next live stream, we're just going to let Ghost run it down. GUB, this bit from Angelica is a snippet from Congratulations. The song was also cut because Lynn thought the audience needed to see Eliza's reaction sooner. Oh, okay. Thanks for that background, man. Nightmare 62089. The next 4 songs are going to tear you up. Oh, no. Right, okay. All right, we're here. It's time for Burn. We're here for Burn. Gonna take another drink of that good old H2O. This video is sponsored by water. It's free and it's life. All right, let's go.
I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive. You and your words flooded my...
What I love about this musical too is how we just jump into the minds of the different characters. You know, you have these sort of external events that we witness from a third party perspective, you know, from an outside the box perspective. And then after these events happen, you get the aftermath inside the characters' minds. And nothing like being inside Eliza's head after all this information has come out, after this huge affair where he's taking this girl to, you know, their house, their family home, where they sleep, where their kids are. Like the betrayal, the loss of trust, the loyalty now gone. And you can hear some of that sort of vulnerability and dismay within her own voice. And yet still, there's beauty to her singing and purity as well.
What it takes to survive. You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs.
Wow, I love that poetry. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. Your sentences left me defenseless. And that's also sort of paying homage and ode to, you know, him saying he wrote his way out and the strength of his pen. And he even said there, you know, he used his pen to strengthen his relationship and have Eliza fall for him.
Words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. Only reading the letters you wrote me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line, for some kind of sign. And when you were mine,
wow,
the world seemed to burn.
Wow.
You published the
I don't even want to pause there. I have to pause because I'm just worried about stupid copyright. Because wow, the emotion behind that and just those notes and wow.
You published the letters she wrote to you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed in clearing your name.
I know. Here's the one thing I never got to the bottom of, and maybe someone else knows the background. After the Reynolds pamphlet was published, did he talk to his wife first before all this? Because there's another level sort of betrayal going on. Because Hamilton's decision to publish this to the world and to publish her letters and just to be completely transparent not only impacts him, it impacts his family and her. And it wasn't exactly a decision they made together. Again, he made yet another decision besides making the decision to have the affair and to carry it on. He then made this decision to publish all of this and to put it out there. Something that, you know, you would typically expect to be dealt with behind closed doors. Very personal things that, you know, should be kept inside of that marriage or possibly separation or whatever's going on, but that needs to happen between them, and that dialogue and conversation needs to happen. All of a sudden, because he published all this, that dialogue doesn't just happen between them. Now the whole dialogue happens with the public, happens with people who know nothing about them. So you can feel that there's another level of betrayal and hurt from Eliza.
How you brought this girl into our bed in clearing your name. You have ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you'd done? She said, you've married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy.
Icarus flying too close to the sun. And that's a great way to kind of paint Hamilton, you know, concerned about his legacy and his mark and climbing with his career. And the whole reason he published this was because he still wanted to protect his legacy. You know, he didn't publish this because he wanted to protect Eliza and to protect his family. You know, it was a very selfish motive, wasn't it? It's just him looking out for himself, not him looking out for his partner, you know, and the marriage that all of that represents. Ooh, that's a burn, and a poetic one at that. And I'm playing on the title of the track.
You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph.
Your sentences border on senseless. Wow. When before, his sentences built cathedrals. They could move mountains. Now, it's senseless what he's doing, and his sentences mean something totally different. You know, it's so funny. Another theme throughout this whole play is one meaning initially, and then after something happens, the context of that meaning changes, and then it gets reused and flipped to mean something totally different.
Border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph. How they deceive you.
Oh. Wow.
I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart.
Oh my God, Burn. The title of the thing is Burn, and she is erasing herself from the narrative, but she kind of erased part of Hamilton from the narrative because it's speculated she burned all of his letters to her. Wow. Erasing herself from the narrative. So in this case, she could be erasing herself from the play in one sense, but erasing herself from the historical narrative and the legacy. Because whereas Hamilton is solely concerned about his legacy at this point in time, Eliza goes, take that to your legacy. You know, I'm burning it all. Wow.
You have torn it all apart.
And just the greater meanings of what's going on here and the implications behind it.
I'm watching it burn.
Yeah, someone said nobody knows if she burned it. I think she did. I could have sworn that she had. But, I mean, what is undisputed is that there were letters that he wrote to her that just don't exist anymore and that scholars and historians can't track down.
Watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart.
Oh, you forfeit the rights to my heart, but I'm burning what might have redeemed you. What might have seen your love for me in this relationship, because people think you're just spiteful and you're just this heartless bastard right now.
Redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You'll sleep in your office instead with only the memories of when you were mine.
Wow. Get it. Nice.
I hope that you
Wow. That was beautiful. That was definitely one of the more just powerful, raw songs of this. And that's what I love, just the emotions. We go from like King George and that interlude that just makes you laugh to this, which just breaks your heart, you know? And then you have the action in between, the battles, the raps. It's just the crescendo of life, from the happiness to the sadness to the anger and the defeat and the guilt and everything in between. You know, you really do get it all in this play, don't you? Which is amazing about it. GUB has super chatted. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Much love. LD. In Burn, Eliza actually burns pieces of paper on stage. They didn't want dangerous flames and smoke all around the stage, so the props master had to specially model a thickness of paper for the burns for 2 minutes and 9 seconds, the exact length of this song. Wow. Holding a burning piece of paper, not trying to burn your fingers off while you're singing like that with such emotion. I can't even imagine. That is talent. That's up there with Lafayette rapping that fast in his French accent while dancing around stage. Emma, this is like a masterclass in Hamilton analysis from a very unique and talented perspective. Great job, Knox. You gained a new fan of me for sure. Hey, that means a lot. Thank you. I've always said this about the channel. Look, if I can just make one of you appreciate music a little bit differently or look at an artist or a song in a different way, then I've done my job in terms of these breakdowns. Thank you guys for spending this time for me, for sharing in this passion that I have with music. And I'm very blessed to have this platform, this opportunity to share with you. So thank you so much. And shout out to all you guys for all the super chats, all the donations. Really appreciate it. And I shouted out Giu before, didn't I? This bit from Angelica is a snippet from Congratulations. The song would also cut because Lynn thought the audience needed to see Eliza's reaction sooner. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense within this context, doesn't it? All right, next up we have Blow Us All Away. Wow. We still got a decent amount to get through. Oh, man. All right, drink some water, Knox. I can do this.
Meet the latest graduate of King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but that got amazing astonished. The scholars say I got the same virtuosity and brains as my pops. The ladies say my brain's not where the resemblance stops. I'm only 19, but my mind is older.
Who is this? Who's this? King's College?
Man, like my father, but bolder. I shoulder his legacy with pride. I used to hear him say that someday I would blow us all away. Ladies, I'm looking for Mr. George.
Ah, Philip Hamilton.
He made a speech last week, our 4th of July speaker. He disparaged my father's legacy in front of a crowd. I can't have that. I'm making my father proud.
I saw him dressed up Broadway a couple
In front of a crowd, I can't. Our 4th of July speaker. He disparaged my father's legacy in front of a crowd. I can't have that. I'm making my father proud.
I saw him dressed up Broadway a couple of blocks. He was going to see a play.
Well, I go visit his box.
Oh, wow. Are we breaking the fourth wall? The meta right there. He's going to see a play. He's going to Broadway. We know what play is being seen on Broadway. Come on.
Dressed up Broadway a couple of blocks. He was going to see a play.
Well, I go visit his box.
God, you're a fox.
Hey, y'all look pretty good in your frocks. How about when I get back, we all strip down to our socks?
Blow us all away.
We're not doing awkward conversations today. Back on. Philip, you naughty boy. Who's calling Philip a fox, though? This street is going both ways on this one.
I know our socks.
Oh, God. Oh, no, chat. Why'd you do that? R.I.P. in chat right now. He just wants to be like his dad. Oh, no. Too soon. Too soon. The affair just happened.
Back, we all strip down to our socks.
Blow us all away.
Oh, back to that harp.
George!
I'm trying to watch the show.
You should have watched your mouth before you talked about my father, though.
I didn't say anything that wasn't true. Your father's a scoundrel, and so it seems to you.
It's like that?
Yeah, I don't fool around. I'm not your little...
Oh, no, again, another sort of hip-hop response. It's like that? That's the type of energy you're coming with?
And so it seems to you.
It's like that?
Yeah, I don't fool around. I'm not your little schoolboy.
See you on the dueling ground. That is, unless you want to step outside and go now.
I know where to find you. Piss off and watching this show now.
The young upstart Philip remind you of someone following in his father's footsteps, challenging someone very recklessly to a duel because he has something to prove. Young, innocent, naive. Oh, no.
Piss off and watching this show now.
Pops, if you had only heard the shit he said about you, I doubt you would have let it slide, and I was not about to.
Slow down.
I came to ask you for advice. This is my very first duel. They don't exactly cover this subject in boarding school.
Did your friends attempt to negotiate a peace?
He refused to apologize. We had to let the peace talk cease.
Where is this happening?
Across the river in Jersey.
He refused to apologize. We had to let the peace talk cease. No, Philip. You're lying a little bit there.
Apologize. We had to let the peace talk cease.
Where is this happening?
Across the river in Jersey. Everything is legal in New Jersey.
All right.
No! Why you gotta do New Jersey like that? Why you gotta do New Jersey like that? Right? Just because, like, New Jersey is the unwanted cousin of New York, you don't have to do the armpit of America like that. I'm sorry. I love you if you're from New Jersey, okay? I'm just kidding. Why they gotta do New Jersey like that? Everything is legal in New Jersey. Ugh. dueling wasn't legal technically, but they look the other way, right? So let's go get it done across the river in Jersey, because you can get away with stuff in Jersey. Oh, you're gonna hate me. The Jersey slander is real, people. It's all right. I'm an East Coast boy, all right? I'm from Maryland. Okay, I've been to Jersey very quickly, rapidly. Tried to get through it as fast as possible.
First duel, they don't exactly cover this subject in boarding school.
Oh, fun fact about Jersey, though, in terms of the northern states, Jersey, everything is legal in Jersey. I wonder if there's another layer to this, because Miranda has slavery as an issue. We dot about it. You know, Hamilton critiques Jefferson and the Virginians over the slavery issue. Everything is legal in Jersey. Slavery legal at this time. Jersey was one of the last northern states to abolish slavery.
But only heard the shit he said about you. I doubt you would have let it slide, and I was not about to.
Slow down.
I came to ask you for advice. This is my very first duel. They don't exactly cover this subject in boarding school.
Did your friends attempt to negotiate a peace?
He refused to apologize. We had to let the peace talk cease.
Where is this happening?
Across the river in Jersey. Everything is legal in New Jersey.
All right.
I love how they both say that together. Like, the beat just stops for a second. They just deliver that smashing punchline.
So this is what you're gonna do. Stand there like a man until Iker is in front of you. When the time comes, fire your weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair.
But what if he decides...
Right. I'm not throwing away my shot, which is ironic coming from the man who said that, because in this case, he's advising his son to throw away his shot in this duel. And listen, the reason why you throw away the shot is because if you stand there in a duel, right, and you throw away your shot, you're signaling to the other person, you know, I'm not actually going to fight you. I'm not going to do this. So then if the person raises their gun and fires at you, think about it. You've thrown away your shot. You've signaled. It's very much looked down upon, because what's the whole point of a duel? Defending your honor, you know, defending your standing, kind of as a man and how you're looked upon. So then if you shoot someone who's throwing away their shot, then you're heavily looked down upon. You're just considered a murderer at that point in time, versus the sort of honor code that is followed with duels.
Stand there like a man until Iker is in front of you. When the time comes, fire your weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair.
But what if he decides to shoot?
You know what I just noticed? Look at the outline of Hamilton when he's rising. It's almost like he's throwing away his shot right there on the logo for Hamilton.
Air. This will put an end to the whole affair.
But what if he decides to shoot? Then I'm a goner.
No, you'll follow suit if he's truly a man of honor. To take someone's life, that is something you can't shake. Philip, your mother can't take another heartbreak.
Father,
promise me, you don't want this young man's blood on your conscience.
Okay, I promise.
Come back home when you're done. Take my guns. Be smart.
Young man's blood on your conscience. He was significantly older than Philip, wasn't he?
Okay, I promise.
Come back home when you're done. Take my guns. Be smart. Make me proud, son.
My name is Philip. I am a poet. And I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. You talk about my father, I cannot let it slide. Mr. Iker, how was the rest of your show?
I'd rather skip the pleasantries. Let's go. We'll grab your pistol.
Iker is a gangster.
How was the rest of your show?
I'd rather skip the pleasantries. Let's go. Grab your pistol.
Confer with your men. The duel will commence after we count to 10.
Count to 10.
Look him in the eye, ain't no higher. Summon all the courage you require. And slowly and clearly aim your gun towards the sky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Whoa! What just happened there? You had a quick DJ scratch and a gunshot, right? He's shouting out the commandments, and then he points it to the sky and fires his gun to the sky. But because Knox knows his history, this is not how the story goes. Let's shout out some people really quickly. Wow, what a just quick scene change, a dramatic ending right there with that just record scratching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You count down to 10 in a duel, and then you take your shot. Nightmare 62089. Oh, did I miss something? Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Towards the sky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, that's why the record scratched and it cut out, because we didn't continue to 10. Your boy misspoke right there. Oh, dear. Somebody cheated. Somebody cheated. And I don't think it was Philip, ladies and gentlemen. Knox, gotta go because of work, but keep it up. I'll catch the vid later so I don't miss anything. Much love to you in chat. Hey, thank you, Nightmare. Have a great time at work. I hope it goes well for you, man, and passes quickly. Adam Miller, proud fan, and Hamilton is fire. Glad to see you enjoying this, you history buff you. Hey, we're getting buffed up on the knowledge, baby. Wow! Jason Clark with the $100 donation. Fire emoji in chat for Jason and for all these donations. Thank you, guys. Another perfect Saturday of Pokemon Go and Knox reactions. Jason, go catch something rare for me in Legendary, man. You catch the bars, I'll catch them on. Love what you do, man. Shout out to Pocket Monsters. You know we got the bars. Got to catch them all. If you guys want a shirt like this, knoxhillmusic.com. You want a hat like this, knoxhillmusic.com. You want signed Blacklist albums, knoxhillmusic.com. In the building. Thank you so much, brother. Denson Studios, another fire. Hey, thanks for the $5, brother. Appreciate you. Much love from the home of Jack Harlow. Ha. Enjoy the weekend. Shout out to Louisville, man. Shout out to Louisville, son. Thank you so much. Much love to the Bluegrass State. Alex Garcia, snow, shine, or work, I'm here. Happy to be here for the third stream of my favorite musical with my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much, Alex. Really appreciate you in the super chat. Ninny4110, he fires at 7 because that's when he changed the notes. He sang along with his mother. Wow. The detail, the level to this is crazy. The Gaming Zone. You should listen to an up-and-coming rapper called AK. My personal favorite is Family Tree. I do know AK, brother. I do know AK. We definitely need to bring some AK to the channel. What has super chatted $2 with an F? F in the chat. All right, let's see where we're going with this. We ended at 7. The shot happened. You know what's really funny? I'm going to bring this back and then jump back to this. Hang on.
Fire your weapon in the air. Want this young man's blood on your conscience?
Listen to this. Just the way this bounces, right? Even the duel, this is pretty lighthearted in terms of the sound. And we talk about the contrast in the light and the dark, right? That production sound, very lighthearted. And then you jump to Stay Alive. Similar sounds, using pianos, using these different snare rolls and sounds, but totally different keys and totally different meaning and just feel and atmosphere to the way that it's used. Wow.
Where's my son?
Mr. Hamilton, come in. They brought him in a half an hour ago. He lost a lot of blood on the way on. Yes, but you have to understand, the bullet entered just above his hip and lodged in his right arm.
Can I see him, please?
I'm doing everything I can, but the wound was already infected when he arrived.
I mean, that's the thing nowadays. Like, you know, even if you just got like a scratch or a bad cut, you know, it was so much easier because of, you know, lack of sanitation methods and just not the same medicine and scientific advancement that, you know, you could just, the wound could get infected and you die from that.
His hip and lodged in his right arm.
Can I see him, please?
I'm doing everything I can, but the wound was already infected when he arrived.
Philip. Pa. I did exactly as you said, Pa. I held my head up high.
I know. I know you did everything just right.
Even before we got to 10, I was aiming for the sky.
I know.
I was aiming for the sky.
I know. Save your strength and stay alive.
Is he breathing?
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, man, this is powerful, isn't it? I mean, the words speak for themselves. Stay alive. And you picture, you know, as a father, again, it's always so vulnerable, these situations, when you start talking about your kids and it makes you reflect on your own and what would you do in this horrific situation, and no parent should have to see their child go before them. It's just, oh, man, awful to think about. And there he is, no, save your strength. And that transition, which is beautiful, he starts singing Save Alive, and then towards the end, as he's holding out the eye, Eliza then jumps in and takes over, and then she starts to sing and starts to talk to him. Just a really cool, just musical vocal transition right here.
Stay alive.
breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know?
Wow.
Mom, I'm so sorry for.
Wow, she's saying that, like, just spitting it out, like, so upset. Did you know? Like, you can hear the angst in her voice there, the way that was sung. Wow, that was just, like, thrown out there, those notes. That was cool.
Is he breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know?
Wow.
Mom, I'm so sorry.
And then right there, the strings highlighted, too, as she holds it out. Did you know? Do, 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 do. You just have falling notes and a progression right there that just adds to that moment.
Is he breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know?
Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you taught me.
My son,
We played
I
piano.
taught you piano.
You would put your hands on mine.
You changed the melody every time.
I would always change the line.
Shh, I know.
I would always change the line.
Wow.
I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8.
Wow, I got chills. I gotta see something. Hang on.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow. I'm you're heartbroken by this, but at the same time, I just have so much admiration. This dude is a genius. All right, so what's really cool here is the percussion takes the form of a heartbeat, and it represents Philip's heart beating. And as she starts counting in French, she gets up to I was listening to see where that heartbeat cut out, because before we had a count up to 10, didn't we? She's counting to 10 in French, so she counts to 10 the first time, and then the second time she starts counting. And when she hits sept, which is 7, there's no more heartbeat. That's amazing. What happened in 7 in the song before? The gunshot was fired that ultimately took Philip's life. What happens when she hits 7 here? The heartbeat stops, and you don't hear from him again. And she's talking about melodies and singing it and changing the melodies. And that's like a reflection of his father. Hamilton would change the melodies when they were on songs together. And they're kind of singing two melodies. And then they start, staying together and following each other. And then he can't follow anymore. And wow, that is amazing, but so heartbreaking at the same time. Let's just listen to this together.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
You singing with her.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Right there, she says sept. It all cuts out. And you don't hear from him. And he was even repeating after her. I can't, man. Wow. That's amazing. That is honestly amazing. Right. I'm going to the bathroom again. This is number 2. I got to collect myself anyways. Oh, man. who's got the tissues now? Man, I can't imagine seeing that live, too, and just feeling all the emotion on that one. Mammy Noel just said, heading towards the end game now. Yeah, I guess you're right there. Michelle, she screams in the play when he dies. You feel the pain. It's so sad. Wow. I can only imagine. Jess B, we got your back these next few songs, Knox. I think I'm going to need it. Thank you, Jess. Leonard De Silas, love Hamilton and love your breakdowns. Been watching all three. You're my go-to bar breakdown specialist. Much respect from an Italian fan in Sweden. Hey, that's a combination. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And then Ninny said he fires at 7 because that's when he changed the note. Yeah. Camden Hawk, it's my birthday, but I want to share the love and goodwill with those that make my time enjoyable. Thanks for putting it all on the line with your content. Here's to many more years together, Knox. Camden, happy birthday. I hope it's a good one. 365 days around the sun. Congratulations to you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat and the love. Happy birthday, Camden, in the chat, please, people. Bubble of Earth. Wow. Oh, Knox, did nobody warn you about the entire second half of this show? Man, I mean, you talk about a tonal change and a switch up. This second half is so much darker, so much more shadows, more depth to this. We see darkness within our characters who we were taught to love in the first half. We're hit with tragedy and heartbreak, whereas before it was about revolution and freedom and victory, and now it's defeat and loss and guilt. Man, what a tonal change in this whole second half of the play. And thank you so much for the $50 donation as well. I really appreciate you. You guys are awesome. Right, this is Stale. It's Quiet Uptown. Come on, people. We're on the home stretch now. We can do this.
There are moments that the words don't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can and push away the unimaginable. The moments when you're in so deep, it feels easier to just swim down. The Hamiltons move uptown and learn to live with the unimaginable.
Spend hours in the
Wow, this is sad. Learn to live with the unimaginable. Yeah, losing your child, man. That's going to get to me.
Learn to live with the unimaginable.
spend hours in the garden. I walk alone to the store, and it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church.
I mean, that chills me. You know, it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. And it's so true. It just, you lose a part of your soul, don't you? I mean,
never liked the quiet before.
He lived to be in the moment. He lived to be where history was happening, to have that glory, to have that victory, to leave that legacy. And now, none of it matters. And this is why I always do my speech at the end, you know? And it's for you guys, but it's kind of for me too. You know, not to get caught up in the live streams and the platform of all this. You know, to not forget the things that truly matter. So I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to shout out my beautiful wife. And I'm going to shout out my baby girls, my twin daughters. You know, she puts in the time with them. Oh, I'm getting emotional now. She puts in the time with them so that I can, I can spend time with you and do this. And I always tell you guys, you know, it's easy for us to get caught up in life and to take things for granted, to get caught up in the rat race, whether that's money, your career, fame, likes on social media, you know, having victories in life. But never forget the small, seemingly unimportant but incredibly priceless things. You know, love, family, friendship, loyalty, the things you really can't put a price tag on because, you know, you can't take all that money to the grave with you. You can't take all that legacy or anything. You're not even there to appreciate it. Enjoy the time that you do have on this earth because we never know. Enjoy the ones you do have and make the most with them in those moments. Right, we got to let it keep going.
I walk alone to the store, and it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet.
I needed that, Kathy. I'm not crying. You're crying. Yeah, I know.
It's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday, a sign of the cross at the door, and I pray.
Sign of the cross at the door. Was he Catholic? Is he a practicing Catholic?
That never used to happen before.
If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity.
Philip, you would like it uptown. It's quiet uptown.
He is working through the unimaginable.
His hair is gone gray. He passes every day. They say he walks the length of the city.
You knock me out, I fall apart.
Can you imagine?
No. I love the play on that, you know, the unimaginable, and then we play on that. Can you imagine what he's going through? And the somberness, he's singing lyrics, but behind it, it sounds hollow. It sounds quiet. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, I know the sign of the cross isn't unique to Catholicism, but entering the church, making the sign of the cross as you enter the church is more of a Catholic thing to do.
Look at where we are. Look at where we started. I know I don't deserve you, Eliza, but hear me out, that would be enough. If I could spare his life.
That would be enough. Now it is enough. Just her love. I mean,
If I could spare his life. If I could trade his life for mine. He'd be standing here right now, and you would smile, and that would be enough. I don't pretend.
The callback to that would be enough. And again, the meanings change. Yet again, we take songs, we take lyrics that have happened in this play, and we totally change their context. And that is another level of just a mastermind at work that we're all appreciating.
To know the challenges we're facing, I know there's no replacing what we've lost, and you need time, but I'm not afraid. I know who I married. Just let me stay here by your side. That would be enough.
If you see him in the street, walking by her side, talking by her side, have pity.
Eliza, do you like it uptown? It's quiet uptown.
He is trying to do the unimaginable. See them walking in the park.
And that meaning's now changed. He's trying to do the unimaginable, trying to find meaning and trying to carry on after losing a part of him.
Trying to do the unimaginable. See them walking in the park, long after dark, taking in the sights of the city.
Look around, Eliza.
They are trying to do the unimaginable.
There are moments that the
Look around, look around. Now he's singing it to her. Roles now flip in a sense. Who just said it? I saw it somewhere. Let me just shout this out real quick. Ultimate Ships. Yes, Hamilton was Catholic as told by his actual letters to Eliza Hamilton. There you go. Knox's brain at work. Guess what's right.
Look around, Eliza.
They are trying to do the unimaginable.
There are moments that the words don't reach. There's a grace too powerful to name. We push away what we can never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They are standing in the garden.
And again, what unimaginable represents has changed. We push away the unimaginable because we're so focused. And Hamilton was so focused on his legacy, he didn't look around. He didn't take in what was in front of him the whole time and what he actually had. Wow.
Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown.
Forgiveness. Can you imagine? forgiveness.
Wow.
Can you imagine if you see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity.
Beautiful.
They are going through the unimaginable.
Wow. Are we going to get a break? Man, this is heartbreaking. Stay Alive, and then this one. Oh, man, this is heavy now. We are in it. We are wading deep at this moment. There's no turning back. Mauricio Ramirez. Hey, Knox, I've been following you for a year and love your breakdowns. Hey, an OG now. I know it's not your forte, but you should check out a heavy metal band called Sabaton. All songs are about historical events. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Thanks, man. Ace Overton. It's okay, Knox. First time I heard this, I broke down in tears. I don't know a parent that doesn't. It's going to happen. Just vibe with it. Man, Ace, I'm telling you, that got me. We had a moment there, didn't we? We had a moment on the last live, too, that I was tearing up. Phantom Zaku. How has this not happened yet? Bro, yes, this needs to happen. You're definitely one of the people who needs to be reacting to these songs. Hey, we're here for it, man. We're working through it. We're trying to, at least. What? Said, can we get back to politics? Yeah, that's easier than this. I mean, this is heartbreak and personal. And oh, look, yeah, you're queuing me up. The election of 1800. Nice transition. Let's gather ourselves. Man.
The election of 1800.
Can we get back to politics?
Please?
Yo, every action has its equal opposite reaction.
That's Jefferson. Every action has its equal and opposite reaction. Newton's third law of physics, the age of enlightenment. We talk about how Jefferson was, studied and learned from the Enlightenment thinkers and used that for what he wrote and what he was inspired by and his ideas about liberty and individualism and freedoms.
Please?
Yo, every action has its equal opposite reaction. John Adams shat the bed. I love the guy, but he's in traction. Poor Alexander Hamilton, he is missing in action. So now I'm facing Aaron Burr with his own faction.
He's very attractive in the North. New Yorkers like his chances.
He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances.
Ask him a question to...
Even that, he's not very forthcoming on any particular stances. Just like that rhythm to singing it, you can hear the rap ability underneath of that.
With his own faction.
He's very attractive in the North. New Yorkers like his chances.
He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances.
Ask him a question that glances off, he obfuscates, he dances.
And they say I'm a Francophile, at least they know I know where France is.
Thomas, that...
Dances, Francis. I like the way that he bent that into that 2-syllable rhyme scheme. And yeah, I mean, here's the critique, and here's what we talked about throughout this theme of Burr being an opportunist, someone who, unlike Hamilton, who wears his heart on his sleeve, Burr waits to see where the cards fall and then kind of enters into the ring and, doesn't get involved unless he knows he's going to win that circumstance. And what's funny about this, and again, we talked about this before as well, but historical context here, at this time, you cast 2 votes in the Electoral College. 2 votes for president, not 1. So the person who had the second most votes was the vice president. And it's interesting, and it makes for an interesting dynamic because you don't, the way that sets up, you don't necessarily get a president and vice president from the same political party. Aaron Burr and Thomas Jefferson, at this point, because Aaron Burr has turned from the Federalist Party, as we know, as we discussed, he wants to be in the room where it happens. He's an opportunist. He jumped ship to another political party. He saw a movement and a momentum in that party. And we know, because that party still exists, ultimately to this day, doesn't it? The Democratic Republicans. But what's interesting is that they both got the votes, right? So Burr, who was balloted to be TJ's vice president, all of a sudden is in a situation where they're both sitting on equal votes. The opportunist in him finally, which is a bit of a change, and we see how Burr is changing. He goes, I'm not going to sit back anymore. I'm going to take advantage of this moment. And he ultimately tried to gain the presidency. And instead of being vice president, You know, that's like Pence coming through and going, oh, hey, yeah, fuck you, Trump. I'm going to go be president now. You know, I mean, it upset a lot of people because it's like, hey, hang on. This is not someone of good character necessarily. You know, it cast Burr in a negative light, and Hamilton definitely ran away with this and this story between Hamilton and Burr. But this is just kind of the context of this situation that we're setting up now, because Jefferson obviously musing, trying to figure out how he can beat Burr. And then the critique of Burr, that we don't actually really know what Burr stands for. He jumped from one political party to the next. We don't know where he stands on the issues. Jefferson's like, hey, people know what I am. They might hate me. They might call me an elitist. They might call me a Francophile. But at least I've been involved in the world. At least I have experience, and at least I put it out there, and people know what I stand for. Versus Burr, there's a lot of question marks in his story.
He dances.
And they say I'm a Francophile. At least they know I know where France is.
Thomas, that's the problem. See, they see Burr as a less extreme you. You need to change course. A key endorsement might redeem you.
Who did you have in mind?
Don't laugh.
Who is it?
You used to work on the same staff. It might be nice. It might be nice.
There's that callback.
To get Hamilton on your side. It might be nice.
Remember, it must be nice. Now it might be nice.
Might be nice. To get Hamilton on your side.
Talk less. Smile more.
Talk less, Burr. Smile more, Burr. Remember the advice that Burr gave to Hamilton long, long ago when we first met and their paths first collided in this play.
On your side.
Talk less. Smile more. Don't let them know what.
Got a little bit of a rock element to this. Brown, 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 brown.
Talk less. Smile more. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. Shake hands with him. Charm her. It's 1800. Ladies, tell your husbands, vote for Burr.
I don't like Adams.
Well, he's gonna lose. That's just defeatist.
And Jefferson?
In love with France.
Yeah, he's so elitist. I like that Aaron Burr. I can't believe we're here with him.
He seems approachable. Like who could grab a beer with him? Dear Mr. Hamilton.
No, you could actually grab a beer with good old Sam Adams if you know what I'm talking about.
He seems approachable. Like who could grab a beer with him? Dear Mr. Hamilton, your fellow Federalists would like to know how you'll be voting. It's quiet uptown. Dear Mr. Hamilton,
Oh, wow, it's quiet uptown. He's still lost in this reverie and still captured in that moment from that song, still mourning the loss of his son.
You'll be voting. It's quiet uptown. Dear Mr. Hamilton.
And again, the background perspective, you know, as the narration is very cleverly pointing out and painting this picture of, you know, the critique of Jefferson being too elitist, you know, being of a certain class, and Burr being a man of the people. Where have we seen these arguments before? They don't happen in today's presidential elections and races, do they?
To know how you'll be voting. It's quiet uptown. Dear Mr. Hamilton, John Adams doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting? It's quiet uptown. Jefferson or Burr, we know it's lose-lose. Jefferson or Burr, but if you had to choose, dear Mr. Hamilton, John Adams doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting? But if you had to choose, well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir.
Alexander.
There's our Aaron Burr, sir.
Created quite a stir, sir.
I'm going door to door.
You're openly campaigning.
Sure.
That's new.
Honestly, it's kind of draining.
Burr.
Oh, yeah. This is another fun historical fact that, you know, political campaigning and this whole, you know, planning, passing out pamphlets, going door to door. I mean, Burr really kind of revolutionized this. And this is what he did. He really hit the campaign trail for the first time, you know, a possible presidential candidate. And they even built profiles of the people and which way they might vote and which way they might lean. And they kind of set a blueprint for how campaigns are run and held today. So another just really cool little historical nugget that's just kind of thrown in there here amongst the lyricism.
Openly campaigning.
Sure.
That's new.
Honestly, it's kind of draining.
Burr.
Sir.
Is there anything you wouldn't do?
No, I'm chasing what I want. And you know what?
What?
I learned that from you.
Oh my, the character change. You know, ultimately, it is Burr who was taken from Hamilton and learned from him, whereas we started when Burr was more teaching Hamilton. Now we have a role reversal, and now we have Burr acting more like Hamilton, and Hamilton kind of staying back, acting more like Burr.
What?
I learned that from you.
It's a tie.
It's up to the delegates. It's up to Hamilton.
Yeah. The people are asking to hear my voice. The country is facing a difficult choice. And if you were to ask me who I'd promote, Jefferson has my vote. I had never agreed with Jefferson once. We have fought on like 75 different fronts.
Facts.
But when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs. Burr has none.
Well, I'll be damned.
Ooh, I mean, that's cold. That's ice cold, bro. I mean, I know they've had this dance. They've been friends. They've been enemies. They've been frenemies. But him and Jefferson, they enemies. Like, they're total opposite ends of the spectrum. I mean, we talked about this. Jefferson still hated Hamilton even on his deathbed. When Hamilton was gone, he was still trying to smear his name and trying to do research and prove that he was engaging in speculation and corrupt. I mean, and wow, what a turn in world history, though, if you think about it. And ultimately, this is a turn in Hamilton's own personal story, because this is the dividing line between him and Burr, because you know, he's costing Burr the presidency. He's throwing his backing behind Hamilton. And ultimately, it was, you know, the Federalist Party who switched up their votes to vote Jefferson and to change it so that Jefferson had the majority and became president.
Different fronts. But when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs. Burr has none.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned.
Hamilton's on your side.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned.
And
You won in a landslide.
Congrats on a race well run. I did give you a fight. I look forward to our partnership.
our partnership.
As your vice president.
Yeah, right. You hear this guy? Man openly campaigns against me, talking about I look forward to our partnership.
It is crazy that the guy who comes in second gets to be vice president.
Ooh, you know what? We could change that. You know why?
Why?
Because I am the president. Burr, when you see Hamilton, thank him for the endorsement.
I mean, I love how incredulous TJ is and Madison, because they're like, damn. I mean, Hamilton picked us. It threw behind our side. Man, that man must really have it out for Burr. And that's true. I mean, because of this race and this situation, this is what led to the amendment that changed the number of votes that the Electoral College has, and president and vice president, and how that's run. And now they come from the same political party.
How does Hamilton, an arrogant immigrant, orphan, bastard, whore's son,
Hamilton, bastard, orphan. Oh, we're calling back now to how we started the whole play with the lyrics. Such great connections yet again.
an arrogant immigrant, orphan, bastard, whore's son somehow endorsed Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning. I wanna be.
Oh, the backstabbing. I love it. This is like a Spanish telenovela. I'm loving all this, man. Give me that drama. Jerry Springer ain't got shit on Hamilton. JM Free Stuff. Hey, Knox, love your breakdowns. I was able to see Hamilton live in the West End, but there was a power cut. We only saw the first half. Can we have more Bo Burnham in the future? Cheers, man. Peace. Sorry, you got cut through. Hamilton's in the West End, too? Oh, that's really dope, man. That's dope. Hamilton worldwide, baby. And yeah, we could definitely have more Bo on the channel. Bo is an amazing artist. Shout out to JM Free Stuff again for another super chat donation. Kelly Walker, it's truly been a privilege seeing you react to this. Your background knowledge is impressive. It makes us even better. And seeing you catch so many of the layers on first listen is unbelievable. Thank you so much, Kelly, for the love, the support, and that message. Appreciate you. GUB, Philip died 1801, so they took some liberty here. Ah, you mean in terms of the timing of the election of 1800 and then Philip died after? Yeah. It makes sense for the storyline here for Hamilton, doesn't it? Lisette Fundora, I am new to the channel. Great content. I'm surprised that's why I didn't cover Hamilton before. Hey, we are here now, and we're doing it. Thank you so much for all the super chats, guys. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Nope. No direct donations. All right, we're good. All right, let's keep the train rolling, people.
In the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You've kept me from the room where it happens for the last time.
You kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Whoa, the foreshadowing.
Room where it happens.
And again, the connection to this is what Burr wanted. This is the change. The room where it happens is a song where we really see a character change in Burr. And that character change is culminated and manifested in the election of 1800. So I love how we're now paying homage to the room where it happens and calling back to that at this moment in time. Antra S, thank you for the 100 donation, man. Thank you, Knox, for making my shift easier. Thank you, brother, for being here, for all the donations and love. Much love to you. Fire emoji in chat, please. Let's keep it rolling.
The room where it happens. You've kept me from the room where it happens for the last time.
Oh, nasty.
Dear Alexander,
Nasty.
I'm slow to anger, but I toe the line as I reckon with the effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect. Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace.
Again, call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. Lin is actually quoting from words that Hamilton used in his critique of Burr.
Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you've got something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Burr.
Mr. Vice President.
Ooh, A. Burr. Why am I thinking of K. right there? But he signed his letter to Hamilton as A. Burr.
Obedient servant, A. Burr.
Mr. Vice.
This is dripping with passive-aggressive behavior, people. I love it.
Your obedient servant, A. Burr.
Mr. Vice President, I am not the reason no one trusts you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I have always worn it on my sleeve. Even if I said what you think I said, you
Hey, that's true. He's always worn his heart and his opinion on his sleeve. That is for certain.
opinion. I have always worn it on my sleeve. Even if I said what you think I said, you would need to cite a more specific grievance. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus.
Hey, I have not been shy.
Listen, you can discredit Hamilton all you want. One thing you will never discredit is his ability with his pen and his thoroughness. I mean, if you have him as an enemy, the man is like Eminem. He's just going to come at you furiously and never, ever stop and let his foot off the gas. I love that right there. And Burr's like, sweet Jesus.
If I said what you think I said, you would.
Oh, hang on. Somebody said free Ghost in chat. Let's do that real quick. Let's free Ghosty. Hey, big guy. All right, Ghost is free. No more of that.
To cite a more specific grievance, here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus.
Hey, I have not been shy. I am just a guy in the public eye, trying to do my best for.
I have not been shy. I am just a guy in the public eye. Hear how he hits that first syllable? I in the public eye. Holds it out. Hit hard. Last syllable, hold it out. So hit hard on the first syllable, hold it out on the last syllable. Very cool rhythm and just writing scheme right there he comes in with.
Hey, I have not been shy. I am just a guy in the public eye, trying to do my best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize.
Public eye, trying to do the best for our republic. I love how he switches on public to republic. The republic.
I in the public eye, trying to do my best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Ham.
Oh, let's go. We got a cat fight in the building. The passive-aggressive behavior has just gone Super Saiyan on us all, people. I love that.
Obedient servant.
Oh, you want to sign A. Burr? I'm going to sign A. Ham, and I'm going to go ham on this rebuttal.
Servant, A. Ham.
Careful how you proceed, good man. Intemperate indeed, good man. Answer for the accusations I lay at your feet, or prepare to bleed, good man.
Or your grievance.
Rap battle is heating up right now. We got threats of violence in the building. Prepare to bleed.
Answer for the accusations I lay at your feet, or prepare to bleed, good man.
sir, your grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said, every bit of it. You stand only for yourself, it's what you do. I can't apologize because it's true.
Then stand, Alexander. We hawking dawn, guns drawn.
You're on. I have the...
So simply responded to. Didn't even take a moment to think about it. Just, you're on. There we go.
Drawn.
You're on. I have the honor to be your obedient servant. A.Ham.
I have the honor to be your obedient servant. So Burr sang it, then Hamilton sang it. And they were back and forth with each other. And then right there, ironically, they come together in harmony. But really, they come together to fight each other and to duel each other. So they come together the one time in a moment of dissidence. Wow, that's really cool.
Your obedient servant. A.Ham.
A.Burr.
Whoa. All right. Quick bathroom break. Hopefully this is the last one because we are down. We're down to 3 songs, and I would like to just cruise through these last 3 songs. So, this is about to end, and the duel is about to go down. I can only guess. Oh boy. All right, people. Shout out to Drock Savage. Still needs your PO to send the book, my guy. Check your IG. DMV strong. Oh, you DMV in the house, baby. Let's go. DC, Maryland, Virginia. If you know, you know, people.
Alexander, come back to sleep.
I have an early meeting out of town.
It's still dark outside.
I know. I just need to write something down.
Why do you write like you're running out of time?
Oh, so much. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Sung in the same melody, the same notes again. But yet, we know that there's a different context to this one because he is actually running out of time.
Come back to bed. That would be enough.
I'll be back before...
I mean, what hurts even more, I think, is this is his last lie to his wife as well. Oh, he's got a business meeting out of town.
Oh, you know I'm gone.
Come back to sleep.
This meeting's at dawn.
Well, I'm going back to sleep.
Hey. Best of wives and best of women.
Best of wives and best of women. I really like that line in the title to it. You know, because she's the best woman as well. She's not just his partner. You know, that's him acknowledging her full character and her full potential and kind of everything that she brings to the table. The world was wide enough.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, the way that bounces off the mix. Oh no, not this countdown. This countdown song's like, it sounds like that late night commercial, that infomercial you get at like 3 o'clock in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it just gets stuck in your head annoyingly. And yet it's so lighthearted, but it's used for all these terrible duel scenes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There are 10 things you need to know.
Number 1.
We rode across the Hudson at dawn. My friend William P. Van Ness signed on as my number 2. Hamilton.
His friend signed on at his number 2. We talked about seconds in a duel, and now we're doing like the 10 crack commandments, the 10 duel commandments. Shout out to Biggie yet again as we go through this list. And I love how we play on the 2 and the meaning of 2 for his second.
My friend William P. Van Ness signed on as my number 2. Hamilton arrived with his crew, Nathaniel Pendleton and the doctor that he knew.
Number 3.
I watched Hamilton examine the terrain. I wish I could.
I think he did something really cool with the rhymes here, like an Eminem type of thing.
That he knew.
Number 3.
I watched Hamilton examine the terrain.
Examine the terrain, and he makes it sound like his number 2.
Signed on as my number 2. Hamilton arrived with his crew, Nathaniel Pendleton.
Nathaniel Pendleton. All right, it kind of bends that to make that 6-syllable scheme rhyme with the scheme of examine the terrain. Pendleton, it bends. And if he would have said it just a little bit differently, he could have bent that even more.
Doctor that he knew.
Number 3.
I watched Hamilton examine the terrain. I wish I could tell you what was happening in his brain. This man is poisoned by political pursuits.
Most disputes die.
Isn't that ironic that Hamilton's poisoned by his political pursuits? And interesting that we're going from the first-person perspective now of Burr. Before we kind of sat outside from the third-person perspective. Now we're back to first-person narration in the moment.
This man is poisoned by political pursuits.
Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4.
Hamilton drew first position, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with a marksman's ability. The doctor turned around so he could have deniability.
Oh, listen, again, from Burr's perspective, and here's the thing about this duel is that we don't actually know what fully happened. You know, it's like a car crash goes down, and you ask 2 people involved in it to tell you what happened, and you have different stories. But as this story goes, from Burr's perspective, listen to the way he's talking about this, because Hamilton, you know, wanted to throw away his shot. And this theme that we have throughout about him not throwing away my shot, you know, his son threw away his shot. Hamilton's supposed to throw away his shot. But listen to what Burr's saying. You know, this is a man who's going up against a soldier in Hamilton who was known for his marksmanship. That was one of his shining qualities in the military, right? Man's looking serious, and all of a sudden his second, who's supposed to be the peacekeeper, who's supposed to be the one making sure everything's fair, turns his back on the situation. And Hamilton looks like he's on a mission. What's Burr thinking? This mo is going to shoot me.
With a marksman's ability, the doctor turned around so he could have deniability.
5.
Now I didn't know this at the time, but we were near the same spot. My son died, is that why? He examined his gun with such rigor. I watched as he methodically fiddled with the trigger.
7.
Confession time, here's what I got. My fellow soldiers will tell you I'm a terrible shot.
Number 8.
Your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. They won't teach you this in your classes, but look it up. Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? If not...
Whoa, I mean, think about that. It's an interesting picture that Burr paints, though. Why Hamilton, an expert marksman, be showing up in his glasses? And there's a story too about his gun choice and the overly sensitive trigger that it had, making sure that it had a quicker reflex and a quicker response time. And a question has been posed, you know, why would Hamilton show up with this type of gun? Why would he wear his glasses? And, you know, accounts from the scene are that he's sitting there trying to gauge the wind, gauge the distance on things. And from Burr's perspective, he's like, holy shit, this dude is going to shoot me. And this dude knows how to shoot. So this is life or death all of a sudden.
But look it up. Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? If not to take deadly aim. It's him or me. The world will never be the same.
Wow.
I had only one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter.
Number 9.
Look him in the eye.
I mean, oh, that line. See, you don't know, do you now? He has a line like that which just humanizes him yet again. He's not going to make an orphan of his daughter. You know, a father will do anything to protect his children. I got a little passionate there, but yeah, it's fucking true. So you survive. You find a way. I mean, and the emotion in Burr's voice and the delivery right here.
The world will never be the same. I had only one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter.
Number 9.
Look him in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10. Paces fire.
I imagine death so much it...
Wow. What a crescendo. What a crescendo right there. And really shout out to the actor playing Burr, and just to convey that terror, that anger, that focus, that raw passion in that one moment. And then that last countdown, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we hear the gunshot yet again. And every time we hear a gunshot, something fatal happens within this play. We've been trained by this, don't we? It's like, oh no, here we go again. Asa Falcon Jack has super chatted. Thank you so much. Much love from Sweden. Love your breakdown. I'm learning so much about American history. Hey, thank you. I'm glad you are, man. Much love. Appreciate you. Right, okay. Let's keep it
It's
rolling.
more like a memory. Is this where it gets me? On my feet, several feet ahead of me. I see it coming. Do I run or fire my gun or let it be? There is no beat, no melody. Burr, my first friend, my enemy.
Wow.
Maybe the last fate.
And just, there's a little bit of like an echo and a reverb to his voice. You know, I don't know why I'm thinking like Harry Potter, you know, when he's at the like sort of imaginary platform 9 3/4 with Dumbledore, and then he sees Voldemort right there, and he thinks that this is death and this is like the passage into the next life. It has that feel, like just white everywhere and just the way things are bouncing. And even there's this noise in the back of the mix. It's just like white noise almost, but it's there in the mix, and it just adds a different sort of feel and atmosphere to it all.
My gun or let it be. There is no beat, no melody. Burr, my first friend, my enemy. Maybe the last face I ever see. If I throw away my shot, is this how you remember me?
Oh no. Oh, if I throw away my shot. Again, the connections that we have here.
What if this bullet is my legacy? Legacy. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of a song someone will sing for me. America, you great unfinished symphony you sent for me. You let me make it.
You great unfinished symphony, and there's a meta comparison there, isn't there? Because the symphonies that are used within this play to tell his story and that tell his legacy. Wow.
A place where even orphan immigrants can leave their fingerprints and rise up. I'm running out of time. I'm running and my time's up. Why?
Wow, rise up. Time's up. Again, the context of that literally changes versus the revolutionary rise up. Now it's a different one. Like, please rise up. Live on, man.
Can leave their fingerprints and rise up. I'm running out of time. I'm running and my time's up. Wise up. Eyes up. I catch a glimpse of the other side. Lawrence leads a soldier's chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side. He's with my mother on the other side. Washington is watching from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up, Eliza. My love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side.
Wow. From the first perspective, see how it changes right there when he says Eliza? Because he's talking about people who are gone and no longer here, and he can see them, you know, through that light, and he sees them on the other side. But then he says someone who is still here, and then it changes from looking out that way, expectantly, to now reflecting. Take your time, you know, still live this life and enjoy your life and have a wholesome life, and I'll see you at the end of it all. Oh, man. Oh, that got me for a second.
Take your time. I'll see you on the other side. Raise a glass to freedom.
He aims his pistol at the sky. Wait!
There's that heartbeat
I strike
again.
him right between his ribs. I walk towards him, but I am ushered away. There They're rowing back across the Hudson. I get a drink.
Well, that's the most somber way to say I get a drink ever.
I get a drink.
And you still hear that heartbeat?
I hear wailing in the street. Somebody tells me you'd better hide. They say Angelica and Eliza were both at his side when he died. Death doesn't discriminate.
Oh, not these
between
lines.
The sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes.
Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes. Last time this was applied to a dance and love and relationships and passion and rises and falls. And in this case, talking about legacy. But now it's so much more somber and darker. And this is the final hour. And death doesn't discriminate in this sense. And oh, man.
Between the sinners and the saints, it takes and it takes and it takes.
Such beautiful lines.
History obliterates, and every picture it paints me and all my mistakes. When Alexander aimed at the sky, he may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it.
Oh, I paid for it as well. Oh, so much connections here at the end and in the final set of songs.
But I paid for it.
Wow.
Now I'm the villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see. I should have known the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. The world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me.
Wow. That was powerful. And what's very interesting there is the remorse that Burr shows. And again, you know, this is the man who's killed our protagonist, right? And yet, you end the duel feeling sorry for Burr and empathizing with what he is going through emotionally and the toll that this ultimately will take upon him and his life and what he has to deal with from here. And then you talk about legacies, and I love how you speak on Hamilton's legacy throughout this, but then we have a touch on Burr's legacy. And what is Burr's legacy? Painted as the villain of the history books because he's the man who killed Alexander Hamilton. So powerful. So powerful. Andrea, Leslie Odom Jr., who plays Aaron Burr, won the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical for Hamilton. Definitely watch the play. The acting is incredible. That's going to happen. Listen, to those of you coming later, my plan on this is I'm going to watch the musical now upon finishing this, and I'll try to record that full reaction to it, which will be a couple hours. I'm not going to upload a full couple hour just raw reaction. I'll put that on Patreon for those of you who want to go see that and support on Patreon. But then what I'll do is I'll put together a shorter video, you know, like 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever, however long it takes, and do an analysis on my takes on that and my takes on watching the play and my thoughts on it, and edit that for you guys and give you further content relating to it. Another plan is also I'm going to do the Hamilton mixtape live as well. That's definitely going to happen. And now there's talks of these deleted songs that we might want to check out as well too. But shout out to Leslie Odom Jr., man. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing this play. All right, who lives? Who dies? Who tells your story? Kiara has just super chatted as well. Slip back in from work. Your mods have deleted the song link. Stay awesome. Thank you so much, Kiara. Hope work is going well. Guys, this is it. This is it. This is 3 live streams. This is our journey. I mean, we've been through a hell of a journey, people. The rises and the falls, the emotions of all of this. Thank you guys for being here for this, for it all. This is it. Let's get some fire emoji in chat. Wow, this is it. Every major character in Hamilton has their own musical melody that plays whenever they come into a song, and all these themes come back from their standout song, except Angelica satisfied everyone. I know. I've been focused more on the lyricism, but the way that they sing it, it's the same melodies, it's the same harmonies, it's the same production behind it. I've touched upon it in different places. I guess there's only so many times I could touch upon the same thing. But yeah, that just goes to show the genius and the attention to detail that Lin-Manuel has really had through it all. So this is the end of a journey, man. I feel I've been through an emotional roller coaster.
Let me tell you what I wish I'd known.
Wow, there we go. And now you have the marching drums and music like we had earlier on in this play.
When I was young and dreamed of glory, you have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
President Jefferson. I'll give him this. His financial system is a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried.
That's a funny quote. I couldn't undo it if I tried. He tried to undo it. He sent one of his advisors to try to undo it. And his advisor, who was sent to undo it, came back and told him, yo, man, TJ, his shit's good. I'm a believer now. This man made no flaws in his system. This man was a visionary. You gotta give him that.
His financial system is a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried. And I tried.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
President Madison.
He took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all the credit he gave us.
Wow.
Who lives, who dies, who tells
all the credit he gave us. Lin can't help himself. We still have to have doubles towards the end of it, literally, like banking credit, the credit that he built up, you know, debts and credit, but also giving him credit, giving him his due respect. And I love this concept. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story, right? You know, who lives on to tell your legacy? And they say very much history is written by the winners. Ronald McKelly, when you watch the show, pay special attention to one of the ensemble dancers. She is actually a secret character in the show. Oh, that's pretty cool. Thank you so much, Ronald, yet again for the super chat.
Credit for all the credit he gave us.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Every other founding father story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old.
And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story?
Who tells your story? Who tells your story?
Oh, no.
I put myself back in the narrative.
She deleted herself from the narrative, and now she's putting herself back in the narrative. Eliza has entered the chat, people. What a reintroduction.
I put myself back in the narrative. I stop wasting time on tears.
Again, and the way that's sung, the harmonies, the way that comes in, more connections to what was done earlier in the play. I mean, just the level of depth and connecting. This is just a web at this point in time. So cool. Wallstar 20 watching live from Langley Air Force Base in VA. Hey, much love to you, man. Thanks for your service and support. My ancestor, Colonel George Waller, was with Washington at the surrender of Yorktown. Love the concept. That is an amazing family connection and piece of history right there. When Eliza comes in, the song should be titled Try Not to Cry Challenge. This is amazing. Heather, thank you so much for that super chat donation, by the way. Kristen Baker, thank you. Really appreciate you. All right, let's just try to keep going through this.
I live another 50 years. It's not enough. I interview every soldier who fought by your side.
She tells our story.
I try to make sense of your thousands of pages of writings. You really do write like you're running out of time. I rely on Angelica. While she's alive, we tell your story. She is buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. And I'm still not through. I ask myself what.
Wow, she was right on time. And then why do you write like you're running out of time? Just those connections and just, man, your heart breaks for Eliza. How much sorrow and loss can one person go through?
She is buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. And I'm still not through. I ask myself, what would you do if you had more time? The Lord in his kindness, he gives me what you always wanted. He gives me more time. I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington Monument.
Tells my story.
That's That's right. She did. She did. I mean, really, you talk about legacies. I mean, wow, you talk about forgiveness. You know, you talk about what a wife did for her husband and her deceased husband and carrying on Hamilton's story and the effort that she put in. And remember, at this time, you know, women didn't have the same equalities and powers and opportunities that they have today. So it just makes the work that she put in and what she was able to accomplish in making sure that history ultimately remembers his legacy in a positive light. And, you know, the Washington Monument, another huge legacy, still stands today in D.C.
I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington Monument.
She tells my story.
I speak out against slavery. You could have done so much more if you only had time.
And there's another theme, speaking out against slavery and abolition, that Lin has touched on throughout this.
You could have done so much more if you only had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story?
Wow.
Can I show you what I'm proudest of? The orphanage. I established the first private orphanage in New York City. The orphanage. I helped her.
And how about that? You know, Alexander Hamilton being an orphan, and then the connection of that and that legacy right there.
New York City. The orphanage. I helped raise hundreds of children. I get to see them growing up.
Amazing.
In their eyes I see you, Alexander. I see you every time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time. Will they tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Will they tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Wow. Wow. I mean, I feel like I've been on a journey of life, you know? That's what a good story does. That's what a good story does. It connects you to it. You empathize with it. You feel in that moment. You feel the emotions of the characters. And what I think is most beautiful about this ending is this theme throughout. This theme of legacy. And Hamilton always so preoccupied with his legacy and not being able to see the world around him sometimes. And what is the legacy that he's going to leave? And then what is Burr's legacy? And then how does that affect Hamilton's legacy after he's gone? And how is he remembered? But ultimately, what's funny about this is this whole play and focus being on Hamilton and his dance with Burr and that back and forth. Who shines brightest at the end of this? It's not Hamilton's legacy so much so as Eliza's legacy. And all the amazing things that she did in ensuring that she carried on Hamilton's legacy and set that in stone. But also she created an amazing legacy for herself. Someone who didn't care about legacy versus Hamilton, who cared so much about it. She didn't care about it in the legacy that she left on this earth. She was focused on her family. She was focused on those values that truly matter. And ironically, she's the one who might have left the biggest legacy of them all. I mean, I'm already standing, so I can't give a standing ovation, but I so would. You know, that was an amazing journey of so much through history, through just humanity and living life and facing death and love and betrayal, and just it had everything, didn't it? It really did. It really did. That was just, what a journey, honestly. Antra, I feel you, Knox. What a journey. Thank you so much. Valerie Chavez, at the end, Eliza is escorted by Hamilton Lynn to the front of the stage, and she gives what sounds like a gasp. The prevailing thought is that it's Eliza's reaction to the play itself telling her story. Wow, so true and so well said. Kiara has said, accept the tears. We all have them. Jess B has put me through sexy chicken time. Thank you so much, Jess. You were such a light. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the $50 donation, Jess. Home Free Annie. Make sure to watch this several times to catch stuff happening in the background. Thank you so much, Home Free Annie, for the super chat. Wow, Arturo, thank you so much for the 200 donation. You did it. Congrats, man. Thank you for sharing all your knowledge and emotions. We did it. We have done this. This has been an amazing journey. Honestly, thank you guys for being here, for sharing in this with me. This was a hell of a series. This was a hell of a ride. And 3 live streams pushing 3 hours. I mean, unbelievable. Yeah. Listen, to be on my end, you got to really enjoy this to put in that amount of time for a series and something. So I just hope it goes to show how much I appreciate the detail to this, the genius to this, the amazing play that it is and story. Over the Moon. Thank you, Knox. Enjoyed this past month or so with you on this journey. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Pilar Medina. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for helping me hit the donation goal. Listen, honestly, it's been so emotional. I don't feel it's right to do a freestyle at the end of this. I'm torn up. I'm drained. This has gotten me. If anybody wants another live freestyle, I'll do it in our next live. I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry. And I'll make it up to you with more Hamilton content. Oh man, I've been through it. Wow. Juliana Bittencourt, it gets me every time that Hamilton is Alexander through most of the play, but then it's also Eliza. Yeah. I mean, well said. Well said. Wow. Kiara, absolutely loved every moment and so happy to take this journey with you. Looking forward to the rest. Hey, thank you. I'm looking forward to the rest too. Thank you, guys. You know, the only downside now to being like live is that, you know, I'm here and you guys are through a screen. You know, I really feel like we've been through this journey together. I feel like we need like a team huddle, a group huddle right now. And just like one last sort of celebration of the journey, at least a cheers or something. Listen, if you got a drink right now, cheers to you. I'll drink my H2O. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. We did it. You did it. I did it. This was awesome. But this doesn't happen without you. You guys kept me going through all of this. Thank you, everybody who got involved. Thank you for all the donations. It means a hell of a lot. Thank you guys for everyone who wanted to help with information, to give more details, to help me, show me where to look, to help add to the analysis, to the dissection, for keeping me motivated, for inspiring me, for keeping me going through all this, because this was not easy. And listen, I try to break down everything, and I do all of this live. You know, if I make a mistake, I'm live. You know, I can't, there's no backing out once that camera goes on, and to do something this detailed, it's not easy. I'm going to have a long lie down after this. I'm going to be exhausted, but it was worth it. I enjoyed it. Shout out to Michelle. What is your favorite song? Oh, I'd have to think about that. I'll tell you what, I'll put that in my final analysis notes. Maybe Guns and Ships. I don't know. Some of these last songs were just amazing from the emotional standpoint of them all. Honestly. I'm seeking more. Ronald McKelly is correct. Trivia fact, the special actor to watch is the newly Oscar-nominated actress Ariana DeBose. Okay. That's cool. Vegas Fairy Godmother, I love seeing your live reactions to this music. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for being here for this whole journey. It is unreal. Wow. Wow. Final thoughts on the acts. Act 1 was so different than Act 2, wasn't it? You had the revolution, you had the rise, you had the lightheartedness. Act 2 got so real. Act 2 really got down in the mud and really dug into character development and motivations. And then you had plot twists and changes and loss and tragedy. But I love how we got more human in Act 2. You know, everything wasn't just all positive and victory. There was darkness. There was our favorite characters making mistakes, messing up. There was characters we didn't like that all of a sudden we rooted for and we empathized with. I thought that was some great writing and some great twists in Act 2. Honestly. I like the play as a whole, but I think Act 2 really, really gets you, doesn't it? Eliana Humphreys, I got a year Patreon. You're worth all. You're getting more and more. Hug your wife and kiddos. Hey, thank you. I will. I can't wait to go see him now after all this. I honestly can't wait. Faj, thank you. Hey, thank you guys for all the thank yous. Yeah, shout out to the Patreon. Like I said, this month, so, those of you, whatever you plan on Patreon, if you want to be a part of that, this month of March, it will be the month of March. Doesn't matter what tier you are. I will sit down. I will watch Hamilton. I've got Disney Plus. I'll put my camera there. I'll put the mic. We'll talk through it as we go, and I'll leave it raw. Just a raw reaction. Let that play. However long that is, I'll edit it. I'll put it together. I'll take all that time to upload it, and I'll put that on Patreon. And then what I'll do for you guys here on YouTube who can't support the Patreon, because that's fine. Listen, I've said this many times. If you can support, great. If you can't, just being here, commenting, liking, sharing goes a long way. So I'll give you something too. I'll give you a review. I'll give you an analysis. I'll give you my thoughts on that. And like I said, we'll be back with the mixtape, and we'll do that live as well. Yeah? How's that sound? Are we happy with that? I hope we are. This is... Matt Massengill made a very interesting comment. I just want to point out real quick. It's funny how they made the half with the war be lighter than the political human half. It is, isn't it? Very interesting. I like that too. I like that, you take something that's easily dark and twisted and gruesome, and you put like a positive, lighthearted spin on it. And then on the other side is when you get heavy and dark with it. That's pretty cool as well. All right, people. I love you guys. Ani X Cyanide, your critiques and reactions combine academic knowledge with street savviness. You've done Hamilton so much justice. Thank you, Knox. That's the highest of compliments. If I can do this series and this reaction justice, thank you. That means a lot, because this is really an amazing play and so well written. I'm going to go get some rest now, guys. I'm going to sign off how I always sign off. No matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, please know that you are never, ever truly alone. And if you need help, ask for it. Get it. There's always someone out there who can relate, someone who does want to help, someone who can empathize. We are not in this world alone. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your fellow humans. The world is crazy right now. Craziness going on in Ukraine. My heart goes out to everyone over there right now. This is a time for us as humanity and humans to come together and stand in solidarity and look out for each other now more than ever. Official Carpe Noctem in the show. Eliza breaks the fourth wall and notices the audience. All these people gathered to hear Hamilton's story. Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. Answer S, can't stop now. I will have to watch Play with you. Let's keep this journey going. Rest Knox. Yeah, look out for each other, please. And listen, I said this before, don't forget the things that matter most in life. It's easy to get caught up in the rat race of life, be concerned about money, to be concerned about our careers, to be concerned about our legacies. But don't forget the thing that matters the most, the ones who love you, the ones who are there, friendship, family. Cultivate that. Never take those moments for granted. And you don't always realize the good moments when you're in them. It's not till you reflect that you realize what greatness you had. So take those moments to breathe and to appreciate the little but very important things. All right? I love you guys. Stay safe. Stay positive. Take care of yourselves. I'll catch you again. I'm out.